Fuck me.
Yes, right here.
Fuck what I want.
It's right there, man. I got you.
What the fuck is this?
Bottle opener.
Damn steel. What the fuck is this?
Some tings, man. Know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to use this. I'll figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Get comfortable. We already saying it's already recorded. So we already going. Right
It's
now.
your man D-Mobile across the global, a.k.a. Bill Cosby, a.k.a. fuck y'all if y'all don't think that's funny.
Oh, word? You know what I'm saying? It's your man Cobra Karate. Sipping on that brown. Getting down. And Keishana, don't you ever overstep me when I'm talking. Getting my shit off.
I had to figure out where I fit in. I go now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like introducing myself to guys, but it's Keishana. Hey, I double.
There's a friend of the show, Keishana. She's gonna be representing black women on our show.
Yes.
So
Yes,
everything
indeed.
she says is a representative of every feeling of every black woman.
She speaks for every black woman.
Every single black woman she speaks
Every
for.
black woman she speaks for.
No pressure.
You represent all of
saying?
them. So,
Everything. So
because you're the only black woman we know.
yeah.
So, so we have to put.
Who's your mama?
So we have to put.
Who's your mama?
We'll talk about my mama.
Who's your sister?
We'll talk about my mama.
Yeah, so you can't say I don't speak for every. No, yes you do.
No.
You speak for every.
Nah.
Okay.
He speaks for Africans. I speak for fat people. You speak for black women. That's just the way
So
it
who
goes.
speaks
That's
for
the way it
black
is.
man?
I don't know much about being a black man.
You just know about being a fat man.
I wear comic book T-shirts. I don't know
speak
much
for
about being a
light-skinned
black
women.
man.
I can't speak for all women.
Or do you represent all the light skins?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Maybe some of y'all.
All the light
Yeah,
skins.
because
There you
light
go.
skins do need representation these days.
Shut
Yes,
up.
they do. And also, we are the Barely Watching Podcast.
Is it a podcast if you can see it?
Well,
Yes.
well,
What
yes.
is it called if you can see it?
Well, it's a vodcast, but at the same time, we do have an audio version, which we are now on Apple.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We are Apple, Spotify,
yes, clap
and
it
Stitcher.
up.
So, you know, we out here. And ever since we went on Apple, some views kind of went up a little bit, you know. I'll put you on to that a little bit. But, you know, we still in the beginnings. We still in infancy. You know, we're about to get up there.
Speaking of infancy,
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
I don't got a segue. I was just gonna jump to something.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just go into it.
Speaking of infancy,
Yes,
how do you
sir.
feel about abortion? No, we're not talking about abortion.
Yeah, we're not talking about abortion.
I don't want to talk about
said
abortion.
But
You're trying to kill them. We just
But-
got on
Yeah,
Apple.
I don't want to ruffle no feathers.
But me as an aspiring actor, I don't want to go any further without saying rest in peace to my motherfucker man, Chadwick Boseman,
Oh my God, man.
Black Panther.
Yo, the crazy shit. All right, so all the other stuff that people talk about him is whatever. The thing that I keep thinking about is, and I'm sorry, the fan in me keeps thinking, what the fuck is Marvel gonna do?
Yeah.
Yo,
Like, I know that's not the most important thing right now.
It's not.
It's not. But that just keeps creeping in the back of my head. Like, what are they gonna do?
I like that you said the fan in me because a lot of people are sending their condolences or making their posts, but it's kind of like, oh, my favorite character is gone. You're not thinking about the husband, the father, the friend, or everybody else.
Right,
that has to
Yeah.
be.
right,
So
right,
I
right.
like how you said the fan in me, so that makes it
Cause-
makes
cause-
it be
cause-
more.
I just turned 40 about a month ago, and
Happy
seeing that he's
belated.
43, thank you. Seeing that he's 43 fucks with me. He's 3 years older than me, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that is tantamount to everything else, like everything else. And then on top of that, the characters that he played, the depictions of black people that he chose to portray was dope, right? So that fucks with me. But then at my heart, I'm a Marvel fanboy. I'm a fucking nerd. So now I'm like, what is we gonna do?
yo, that's crazy. And speaking, just like you touched on, he was 43. Yo, it's very important that you get yourself checked. Colon cancer and everything like that. I know a lot of
They
people.
put the finger in your booty.
You know,
They
no,
gotta
they
do
put the
that.
machine
do
in your
it.
booty,
They put the machine.
the
Yeah.
colonoscopy.
I'd rather have fingers than a machine.
And at the same time, me and you getting to that age, so it's definitely important. It's definitely detrimental to our health.
Damn, this 2 weeks in a row that our show was about fingers and booties.
Yeah.
Son, I don't,
This
son,
is more medical.
I mean,
This is more,
but nah, that's important. You know what I'm saying? That's important.
I
I'm
have not had a finger in my booty yet, but I'm 40, so who knows what's going on.
You know.
It's
So
time.
It's time.
yeah, especially and it's also it's very like colon cancer is very high in the black community, especially with African American males. So definitely make sure you get yourself checked. It's very important.
It's probably just higher with us because we don't like going to the doctors and getting fingers in our booties.
Son,
For
my
real.
uncle,
I'm
my
not
uncle.
even trying to joke.
Part of it's also
Yeah.
they don't cover it until you're a certain age, which is too late. But in our in African American community, they're showing like men at 35 are catching colon cancer.
Yeah.
But they're not covering it on your insurance until you're about 45 to get that exam. So he was 43, didn't make it to 45.
Yeah.
And
said
I'm
he
pretty
was
sure
fighting
with
it.
his, just with his state, I'm pretty sure he had medical things he was getting from movies and films, and that's probably, something of how it kind of came out, and then had to deal with it at stage 3. Yeah.
So that's what, I apologize to anyone if I seem fucked up because I keep thinking about the ramifications as far as movies rise, right? Because he had to have found out about the colon cancer about the time he got the job for Black Panther or about the time he started filming it.
Well, they said he was fighting it for like 4 years.
So the first one came out 2018. So that means they probably started shooting it 2016.
Yep.
So that means he probably got the news that he was getting it late 2015, 2016, around there. So around that time, he was dealing with, do I have colon cancer? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not only is his world fucked up, but his world is opening up at the same fucking time.
Yeah, he's
and
starting to take off.
So then Marvel's like, listen, we want to sign you for 10 years or whatever. So then he has to tell them.
He's basically
listen,
I don't got 10 years.
I have colon cancer.
Yeah.
So I know it's fucked up, but Marvel's like, okay, we're going to start cooking some on the back burner in case we lose Chadwick.
Yeah.
That's fucking blowing my mind right now.
Well, they have to find.
Didn't Marvel survive through who was the guy they lost before them? The writer, Stan.
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stan Lee.
But the thing is with Stan Lee, all his work was already cemented in stone. So the only thing you had to do was just basically don't fuck up the story with Stan Lee. So all his shit was already pre-done.
Also, they recorded a couple. So Black Panther 2 is done though.
Yeah, it's done.
People don't know that.
Oh, he already shot.
Yeah, it's
that
done.
was already
Okay.
Yep.
It's done. So Black Panther 2 is going to come out. So, guys, I sound so heartless. At the very least, Black Panther fans are going to get to see him go out properly because they're going to be able to fix it to where he leaves.
Yeah.
So it isn't like what the fuck happened to the Black Panther.
Kind of like how they did Paul Walker on Fast and Furious.
They're going to they're going to serve us up something lovely.
Yeah.
I know they are.
Absolutely.
They are. I know they are.
Nah, but that's dope. But yeah, man, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, and my condolences to his family.
Friends.
I pray that you guys have strength during these hard times. And also, black men definitely don't be
Afraid to get the finger in your booty.
or the machine in your ass. You know
Or
what I'm
the
saying?
Or the-
Because shit, I'ma
what-
do it.
A Deodora.
I'ma do it. Because that's my
Don't be
biggest
afraid
fear.
to get a Deodora.
That's my biggest fear is basically contracting something that I don't have a chance of fighting. That's my biggest fucking fear.
My fear is going in and finding out some shit. Like, I don't know. I kind of rather just drop dead, bro.
No.
Nah,
I
fuck
kind of
that.
rather just drop dead.
Give me a chance. Give me a fighting chance.
I don't
man.
want to hear, hey, listen, the last couple years of your life are going to fucking suck. So, I kind of don't want to hear that news.
I'm robbing bank.
Sometimes people really persevere and stick through it, so you don't necessarily just die.
Right.
They'll give you 6
So I'm not
months and
saying
you
I
live for
want
6
to die.
years.
I'm saying is if I'm dying of something, I'd rather it just happen out of the blue.
You don't want to know. You don't want to live your life to the fullest before.
I try to do that already.
Yo,
I try to do that
I can't
already.
even-
You know that you have 2 years. Now you live every day. We all live every day.
Yeah.
hopefully,
I try my
to the
hardest.
fullest.
I try my hardest to get the most I can out of each given day. I try.
But if
sometimes-
you know that 2 years was your expiration date, I'm pretty sure there would be more.
Yeah,
I'm
you'd go very hard.
Then I'm
you go very hard.
Then I'm stalking fucking Demi Lovato if I know.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something crazy. I ain't gonna hurt people like that, but I'm gonna do something motherfucking crazy.
Yo, you ever see? There
Yeah.
was this movie with Dabney Coleman. You know Dabney Coleman? He was he was the bad guy in 9 to 5, the Dolly Parton movie, and he did a movie where he was a cop, and he found out that he was dying, but his wife and kids won't get any insurance unless he dies in the line of duty. Mm-hmm. So the movie's about him trying to die in the line of duty.
That's crazy.
Yo, it's hysterical. So if I find out I'm dying, I'm gonna be that nigga. I'm gonna go out and be a vigilante and hope I get killed in the streets.
Something. I'm gonna do something.
Like, you motherfuckers want to kill me? kill me.
Shit, I'm gonna do
And
something.
then watch I get shot and they find out that I don't have the disease. When they find the bullet in me. Like, oh, well, your picture of health. This bullet's going to kill you,
Son, I would do something. Oh, and also speaking of things getting stuck up your ass. I would tell you the story about Adele and the gay porn.
Whoa, we got to watch names.
My fault. Well,
Sam
niggas don't know who he is.
Sam Khan.
I would tell you about Sam Khan, how he tried to in the gay porn story.
No.
So my nigga, now I'm gonna say his name. I'm gonna say his name.
Khan.
My nigga Adele. The reason why we call him Adele because he's always looking for a fucking deal. That's
true.
And with that nigga, if Adele offers you something, there's always an angle to it. There's always a fucking angle to it. It's either
he's
something.
He's the type of dude that legit he'll owe you money and try to give you Marshall's credit.
Something.
Instead of the money.
Something.
He's done that.
Something. He's one of those.
And actually, how he got the Marshall's credit by switching tags on shit and returning it for more than it was worth. Yeah. He'll switch the tag, buy it, then return it for more, then switch the tag on it for something more expensive, and then return it. And he had like a couple $100 of Marshall credit, and he'll try to pay motherfuckers back.
We're not gonna get him locked up.
Nah. He's like this is like way old, but he does something like that.
He's white now. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's always white.
He's white.
Yeah.
Now.
But Adele, he's always, if Adele does something like a good gesture, there's something behind it. There's always something behind it.
There's a deal.
So one time Adele comes to me. He was like, "Yo, I got these porns." And I was like, "Oh, word?" He was like, "Yeah, you want it?" I was like, "Why you giving me porn for?" He was like, "Yo, I just don't want it." He was like, "Yo, just have it." And I'm like,
have it.
And I'm just like, okay, this nigga. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. So I take it, pop it in.
You take the porn.
I take the porn. All right? And I'm watching the shit. I'm just like, yo.
Whole time thinking about Adele.
Yo, not really. Not fucking really. But I'm watching the fucking porn, all right? So I'm watching this shit.
Yo, I
in
can't
the middle. In the middle of the porn, they have a transgender with the dick.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
And your shit got I like Rottweiler.
I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? No, it didn't. It got soft as cotton. Exactly.
Tranny porn's not kind of hot, son?
No, son.
One part of this.
No, son.
It's real weird.
So I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is this? So the next day, I go to work. Couple of my nigga, Mr. Najar comes to me. He was like, yo, Adele told me he gave you gay porn. I was like, he didn't give me gay porn.
See, that's your hold on, pause. That's your mistake. The first thing you do when you walk in the door, you gotta walk in the door. Where are you son of a bitch?
No.
If you don't walk in like that, it looks like you're cool with this shit. Yeah.
I'm just like,
looks like you're cool with this shit.
I didn't think niggas know. I didn't think niggas know.
You gotta walk in like, where is he?
No, see, I didn't know niggas knew.
Where is he?
I didn't know niggas knew. So Adele gave it to me that he told everybody, yo, I gave this nigga gay porn and he watched it. You know, and this nigga embellishes a motherfucking
you
stories.
You should have kicked in the door, waving the 4-4.
Yeah, so this nigga set me up basically just to get a fucking laugh, and I'm like, no, you know they have gay porn. Yes, it had a man, you know what I'm saying? It had a woman with breasts and she had a dick and everything like that. He's like, yo, you watched it that far? Blah blah blah.
She had a little bit of a dick, but
there's
I
nothing
thought it was Sierra.
There's nothing I could do. I just basically rolled with it. I was like, yeah, he set me up. I didn't like it. I turned it off. Nah, nigga, but you knew long enough.
I didn't like it, though.
You knew long enough to point when the nigga had tits and a dick, and you watched it. You watched the whole thing. Like,
I didn't
you know
like
what I'm saying? I'm like,
I almost turned it off a couple hours in. Yeah. But
what is the difference if you watch regular porn? You're still seeing a man's dick.
You have to.
You
have to.
Like a man dick?
I mean,
a whole man.
But the thing is,
I
don't want.
But the rule is, what's the rule?
What's
the rule about
porno?
Yo,
there got to be at least one dick.
One dick
In the scene.
One dick.
I don't care for lesbian porn.
Yep.
I can't watch lesbian porn.
I can't watch lesbian porn. I can't watch lesbian porn.
Yo, don't get off me. Don't get off.
If I watch a lesbian porn, which one of them can I imagine I am?
But. No, I might be. I'm not even gonna get into that.
You imagine that you're the man.
Of course.
In the porn, I'm the guy. I have to be.
Yes.
And if I don't see the guy, that's even better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I see the dick, that's okay because then it's not that I want to see it, but it's okay because if I'm having sex, I'm gonna see my dick at some point.
But you're not gonna see someone else's.
But it's not someone
It's
else
not.
at that point. That's
Yeah.
my dick.
Yeah, exactly.
She's fucking me at that
Exactly.
point.
That is the whole fantasy. That's the whole
fantasy of it.
imagination.
Yes, absolutely.
And especially,
and if there is, that's why softcore porn is whack.
yo, trash.
Why?
Fucking
Because
trash.
if you don't see a dick, it's not real.
Yeah, it's just the makeout section. It's just the makeout section.
not
That's
real.
it. It's dry humping.
It's sexy
That's all it is. Soft porn is dry
Sex
humping.
scenes in movies is whack.
Yeah, straight up whack.
Yo, on some real shit though, I was watching.
But what about the Tommy and Keisha scene? Y'all ain't like that?
Nah, that was.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. If I'm
was
sorry.
a little extra
I don't
for a
like
TV
no
screen.
sex
No,
scenes.
was it?
I don't like no sex
Nah.
scenes. I don't like no sex scenes in a movie that I'm watching
Oh,
because it's never.
nope. Correction. Disappearing acts. Wesley Snipes and Sanaa Lathan.
See,
Yes.
He tore that ass up.
Yes.
He tore that ass up. I was like, goddamn.
There's a couple good movie
That one,
ones.
that
I put
one
that shit
wasn't-
on pause.
That one wasn't about. That one wasn't about the gratuitous sex. That one was about the way he handled goddamn business.
I was like, yo, and the thing is, I could relate because that's the way.
That's the way it happened.
That's my style. That's my style. You know what I'm saying? Listen, yo.
refrigerator sex.
Yo, I'm
refrigerator
saying-
sex
I'm
is your
saying-
style.
I'm saying this certain
you
person-
cornered the market on refrigerator fucking.
Son, just the whole
It's
way
like
about
this.
it, son.
The reason why I think that sex scene is so dope because it was real.
That's what I'm saying.
Real life sex happens awkwardly in
Yes.
front of a refrigerator.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like when neither one of you planned on it, it's just, oh shit, we're fucking and drinking orange juice.
And it was passionate, and you know what I'm saying? It was just like,
And
yo,
then Sanaa
got right to
Lathan,
it.
and then Sanaa Lathan looks like fucking her spit can cure fucking
Yes.
rheumatism.
Yes.
Like fucking.
Yes.
So what about the belly sex scene? Y'all didn't like that one?
I
didn't
wasn't
care
really
for that.
into it.
I didn't really care
I
for
felt bad for that girl.
You feel
It looked like she was getting attacked by the alien from Alien.
Yeah, I didn't really care. But yo, pass one of them coasters.
When I first saw that movie, I was like, yo, this girl's getting attacked by a xenomorph. I was like, this is fucking. DMX and those lights and those sweat and that blackness look like the monster from Alien.
Yeah, it looked like, I don't know, it looked like a
I tell you what
X-rated.
was the sexier scene in that movie?
What?
When she was sitting smoking weed and Method Man came and fucked her up.
Oh yeah.
Nah, that wasn't sexy at all.
Just when she was
There was
sitting
a
there by
sex
herself
Oh, of course, that's Terrell
was
Hicks.
sexy into that scene with
That's
her.
Terrell Hicks. That's she's. I'm saying
Her
she's, I'm saying
sitting
she
there all
vintage.
oily,
Yes,
smoking,
dark skin.
nigga. What?
Sexy.
What?
She made you yo. Terrell Hicks made you love saying dark skinned women.
And that was before everybody loved dark
Before,
skin.
exactly.
Before the melanin was popping and people
Yo,
appreciate
I
Yes.
love Terrell Hicks when she had the weird ears when she was fucking Cologeno.
Yes, and I was pissed.
Yep.
I was like, yo, how does white dude? I'm saying, how does white dude pull that? Why she like white dudes? Why she like Italian white dudes?
Yo.
When she said, oh, I like Italians, I was like, come on.
Yo, you see her ears during that movie? She looked like a little kid.
Yeah, she looked like a mouse.
But she was still pretty as
She
fuck.
looked like Fibo.
She was.
Yeah, she looked like
She
Fibo.
was still pretty as fuck. She looked like the girl you had a crush on in school. That's what she looked like.
I'm not even gonna mention who she looks like, but you know,
I think I know who you're talking about.
you already know what I'm talking
but we're
about.
not gonna say that.
But we're
on
not
air.
gonna say that.
You don't know.
We'll tell you off. We'll tell you
We'll
off.
tell you
We'll
off air.
camera. Yeah.
She got like
Yeah. Damn. Come on now.
All right.
they may know. Y'all may
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, man. So do we want to just jump into it? Do we want to get heavy? Do we want to get light, then get heavy?
Well, can I start with my question?
Okay, go ahead.
My
We can do
question
that.
is,
Shit.
does high school count?
Does high school
So
count?
me and my man Willie Santana Company checked him out and hold it down. They
Shout
got a
out to
new
my
place.
nigga
It's
Ill
really
Will.
nice. It's right across the street
Show
from
that.
that Mexican place.
There we go.
There you go,
There we
Santana
go.
Company.
Which camera?
Free promo.
Which
I'm
camera?
saying the camera right
That
there.
camera right
Camera right there. Camera upon me.
What camera?
Camera
Which
upon
one?
me.
Right here. Y'all
Camera
got
upon me.
this?
Camera upon me. Camera upon me.
Yo, I fuck with that.
I fuck with that.
I fuck with that.
He said you want to put my pussy in your face. Unless it's your pussy juice. Want to give you a long tip cocky. Long tip cocky. Bad man in a foot.
Why is
pussy.
switching anything to Jamaican funny as fuck?
Son.
Did you see the thing with Will Smith Jamaican talking?
Yes.
It's like, oh, you're a whore,
yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
You're a whore, bitch. Yeah.
Yes. But when that nigga said, I'll
Did
give
you
you a
see
long
the-
tip cocky, long tip cocky,
Or a
yo,
pussy of
the
jewels.
best, unless it's
No.
your pussy of jewels.
Did you see the motherfucking Thundercats?
Yes.
Did you see the X-Men?
No, yeah.
He was like, yo. He said, you gotta bring gal. You bring two, bitch. You bring one blue, bitch.
Yo, man, I'm a blue bitch.
You said you gotta bring gal. You bring two, bitch. You bring one blue, bitch.
Yo, but the Thundercats. What the Thundercat one was the best.
Yo,
I gotta see it.
you got.
If
I
got
don't
that
know
one
why
blue
switching
bitch.
things to patois is fucking hysterical.
But that nigga, he was
Hysterical.
killed. He killed it. He killed
Yeah.
the Thundercat one. The Thundercat one was hilarious, but when he said, "Yo," he said,
You
"Oh,
bring
that big
two
old one
bitch.
blue bitch."
You bring one blue bitch, and they showed who was the blue chick? It was Mystique.
Yeah, Mystique.
They showed Mystique. You bring one blue bitch.
Yo,
Fucking crying.
he said, "Man cat, baby cat." Even got a motherfucker nut cat.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
So,
All right.
so this high school count. So this high school
So
count.
me and my man Willie from Santana Company was talking about how exes and shit. He was talking about how some girl he fucked with in high school, and he was like, and he said something about elementary school, and we was like, yeah, elementary school don't count.
Nah, don't.
You fuck with a girl in middle school, that don't count.
Yeah.
He was like, high school counts, and I disagree. I think high school doesn't count. I think that the reason why I feel high school doesn't count because half of us wasn't the person we were gonna be. In
Exactly.
high school. Some of us are though.
Yeah.
Some of us in high school they are the same nigga right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm the same nigga from high school.
I'm
But
not.
some of us weren't who we were in high school. So, but I still feel like it doesn't count.
So I think it does count if it was like your high school sweetheart. But if it was just someone you fucked with in high school, maybe not. If you stuck with them through it, if you was with them for a long time, that might count.
Yeah, but even high school sweetheart though, I don't know. Like
That was a relationship. You fucked with them.
I don't know. Like I feel like there's some people that you in high school you thought was bomb as far as looks, personality. That right now you'd be like, yo, I don't even think they're cute.
Yeah. You
Oh,
be like, what the
absolutely.
fuck happened?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it's that they change, is that you change.
changed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's why I kind of feel like high school don't count.
Let me
Some
put it like
people are
this.
still with the same person from high school. So then
And I think that those people that are with the same people from high school, I think they're stretching it.
yeah. No bullshit.
I think they're waking up
Well,
every day
maybe
going,
some
"Ooh,
people-
I can't wait to kill this motherfucker."
No,
I
I
really
think some
that's
people
what
may
they're
find
thinking.
love. They may have found that person and love them for it. But I do believe that people change. So you're not really the same person. And some people may change into someone you don't want to be with anymore.
Yeah.
And they just stick with them because they got kids.
So I struggle with that because I feel like I'm the same nigga, but I have to be different. But I feel like I feel exactly the same right now as I did in high school.
I was more reserved in high school. I was more reserved. I was like, I'm still kind of the same, but I'm just less reserved, not as shy. In high school.
Would you want the females that you fucked with? Now, I'm not talking about the ones that are dope that you wanted everyone to know about. I'm talking about the ones that are kind of bottom of the barrel, the ones that you beg to touch it in the hallway when no one was around and you're hoping nobody sees it. I'm talking about those.
See,
do you want those on your record?
Nah.
That's why I feel like
in high
doesn't
school,
count.
yeah.
Bruh, there are females that I did things with in high school that I fucking pleaded with them to do those things with me. And right now, if I saw them on the street, I'm like, oh, God.
Actually,
But why would you do that if you seen them on the street?
Because they weren't the best representation.
nah, fuck that.
But
Fuck
who
that.
are they now? Are
I'm
they
not.
still the same representation?
I'm
Because some people are really just the same person.
Well,
so.
I'm not talking about who they are now. I'm talking about right now. I would be ashamed of who they were then.
Okay,
yeah. I'm not
okay.
talking about them right now, because them right now, they're probably iller than me. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying? I'm talking about if people knew back then that I was trying to fuck with them, I would be like, oh my God.
You answer the
Nah,
question.
I'm
No,
saying-
high school doesn't fucking count. Fuck that.
Nah,
Because there's a lot. First of all, there's a lot of things. High school was like this. High school was the beginning stages of finding out who the fuck you were.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially when it came to a sexual encounter.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, because a lot of niggas lost their virginity. A lot of niggas found out about fingering.
Niggas lost their virginity to somebody that they got done and fucking was like, yo, I'd never do to her again.
Son, oh man, I'll tell you off camera how I lost my virginity.
Nigga,
I got set up.
I lost my virginity. I was technically raped. I'm not gonna lie.
Most black men are. Sorry.
I was. Yo, listen. I did
And
not.
they take it as
I
it's
did
normal.
not consent to the sex, but it happened, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Son,
But I did not consent to
The
it.
things,
And
the
it
things that you would do. I remember asking a girl behind closed doors, "I'll give you $5 if you let me touch him."
That's what I'm saying.
You know what
and
I'm
the thing
saying?
is, and then think about who she was. She was a chick that would take the money.
Y'all
Oh.
You don't want to be
Oh.
no. You don't
Oh.
want to be
Y'all were fast.
No.
Shut up.
Yo.
Not doing this in high school.
Hey,
Yeah, right.
hey, behind
The black women weren't
a
doing this in
lot
high
of
school.
Oh,
niggas.
so I'm sorry. She has spoken. Black women weren't doing that in
Yep.
high school.
We
You
were
know what?
doing
You're
that.
right because it was Puerto Rican girls. I was.
Nope.
Probably.
Nah, but you was kind
The
of.
truth is, most of my earlier sexual stuff was with black women.
Yeah, majority of my stuff was. Whoa, no, because a couple Spanish, Puerto Rican neighbors kind of turned me out a little bit.
Yeah.
They're a little fast ass, a little bit before their time. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get no play.
Got
from the
tongue
Puerto Rican
kissing
girls.
at 8. I'm like, whoa, what is this? The tongue?
I didn't
don't
get no
like
play
it.
from the
Whoa,
boys.
what is that?
No.
Stuff like that.
Eight.
Yo,
No.
Hey,
Wasn't kissing nobody
there
at
must have
8.
been some things going on at the house, but
Yo,
guess
I
what?
love the way y'all try to play like, oh no.
At
Fuck
8?
outta
I
here.
wasn't kissing at 8.
You wasn't dry humping at 8?
Nah, not at 8. I was a little girl. I played with dolls until at least probably
Listen,
13, 14.
all it takes, the nigga be like, yo, who want to play house? And
But
I'm like,
I will say I did get head before I lost my virginity.
wow.
Yeah, well, who did? Who did?
What female did it? There's a lot of
Who
them.
did?
There's a lot of females that didn't get head.
Yeah, there's a lot of females who ain't got head yet. They're
Exactly.
40. Mad,
Nah.
they're hot as fish grease right now watching this.
But that's the thing. But even that's the thing of high school. It's like majority of the things that you did, I'm saying that you did in high school was basically result from peer pressure in
Or
high
some
school.
other shit, yeah,
Or some
yeah.
high school. So like, yo,
Your
I
friends being older than you and shit.
I didn't want to go.
And that's the thing that sucks about being a male because not only are you horny as fuck, but at the same time you feel this pressure that yo,
Oh my gosh.
niggas is doing this, niggas is doing that, and I ain't doing shit.
Son,
You
do you
know
know
what
what
I
it is? Yo, do you know what it is to be the only virgin at the table?
I don't know nothing about that.
Son,
Yeah, right.
I do.
Nigga, I was the only virgin at the table till last summer. Like,
Son, I was like, and my thing is, I was like, damn, I'm saying, yo, is my mom being too strict? Because these niggas is talking about sleeping over each other's houses and shit like that. And I'm like, I wish I could sleep over someone's house. Like I'm saying, a girl's house or something, or a girl can sleep over my house and shit like that. But now you hear them niggas been having kids at 16 and shit
that's
like
what I was
that.
gonna say.
So,
Them niggas
you know
is
what I'm saying?
grandfathers.
Oh, yes.
Them niggas is grandfathers.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas is grandfathers.
Niggas is
You know what I'm
grandfathers.
saying? So it's
Not
like,
even them niggas is grandfathers 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
so-
it's like, so I mean, to sum it up, high school was very important in.
High school don't count. I think we voted on it.
I think it does count. I think it does count because.
flip-flopping now.
No,
No,
because
I'm
I
not.
think
I said it does
of
count.
First of
I
all,
said it
I
does
think
count.
You said it doesn't.
At first, I said it didn't.
It counts because it feels like it's your first go at whatever you're going to be as an adult. So it does count because it in tunes tracks your future. It makes your future. Some people are still stuck in their high school with their high school chick, or still stuck in their high school ways that led them to the streets or wherever they're at now. So
I think y'all
it
feel
does
like
count.
y'all
Middle
feel like
school might not count.
I feel like y'all feel like it counts because y'all ain't 40 yet. When you get 40, high school was 22 years ago. So
Yeah, but who you dealt with? 22
Nah.
years
It's
ago?
like High school.
'Cause y'all
High
ain't
school
40
made you.
yet.
High school made you. Nigga, I'm 40 in what? Nigga, 14 days.
yeah, so you ain't 40
Shit.
yet. It
Nigga,
ain't
but
hit
like
you
I
yet.
said, yo,
It ain't hit you yet.
40. I mean,
Have you ever sat down and accidentally sat on one of your testicles?
Yes, I did. Like 3 years ago.
Ooh, okay.
This shit hurt.
It hurt.
I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I remember.
does that
Y'all
happen?
remember hearing about George
That shit
Lopez
kinda
do that? I heard.
falls. Yeah.
Y'all heard George
Your
Lopez
balls
did
fall.
that.
They
Yo,
dropped. They done dropped. Your
It-
balls
yo,
are dropped.
It just
sir.
kind of, and then I got like fat thighs or whatever. So sometimes it kind of just swings under there. And you sit on the motherfucker. But
son, I heard
balls
George
drop.
Lopez talk about it. He said this shit hurt. I actually did it. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to tell nobody.
Yeah.
And then I came out and told my wife. I was like, yo, babe, I sat on my balls. She was like, really, with your old ass? And I was like, no, sir. I thought I was gonna get support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like,
Yeah.
nah, with your old ass.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever.
the females are very insensitive to us because they have to go through shit all the time.
Yes.
And we only have to go through shit sometimes.
Yes.
So they're insensitive to
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Your balls dropping. She's had 3 kids.
Yeah,
Like, with your fucking
so-
balls? Really?
Yeah, yeah,
She's
exactly.
like, okay.
Exactly.
she's like, nigga,
Did
talk to
you-
me when they're sewing your vagina.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When they're stitching
Yeah.
that shit back together.
Without no epidural.
Exactly.
Shit. I'm like, okay, got you.
You're like, you got that, boo.
Got you.
Yo,
Got you.
yo,
Yeah,
you talking
got you.
shit. You ain't been through it yet.
Nope, I
so
haven't.
when you
Are you
so
gonna go through that though?
You
I
got
don't
to
think
look
so.
forward
You
to
know if you
it.
gonna have kids?
I want kids. I want to birth them on my own, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. This world is real crazy, and that just makes
Yo,
me scared. And,
that
you know,
shit, yeah.
I'm not married yet, so I'm not into being a baby mother at 34.
You don't want to be a baby's mother, exactly. You
So,
don't
yeah.
want to be, yeah.
I
you
think I
got
feel like I avoided that baby mama.
Find
phase.
you a good nigga, have a baby.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. But that's even the thing because
No,
you know
I don't
what?
even care.
Because
I
you know
don't
what?
care
Because
for it
after
that
you
much.
have babies, niggas change.
Yeah,
That's
they
what I'm
do.
saying.
Niggas
That's what I'm
change,
saying.
bro.
Have that nigga step off. Like right now, I feel like I'll have a baby with any chick almost, and then I'll tell her to step off,
And leave you.
and
the
I'll
child.
take the
Yeah,
kid.
Absolutely.
I'll take the kid.
I'm all for that.
You just go.
It's just the
Just go.
the
Nigga.
unknown of the world that scares me
Yeah,
and
it
their
is.
future that scares me.
Yeah,
so
it
since
is.
I haven't brought one in, I'm
Nah,
not
man,
in no
you,
damn rush.
Yo, you can't be afraid of something that
Why?
is not
Nah,
directly.
nah,
in your
because
hands, bro.
understand.
you
These
nah,
kids
you
have
have
their
to
future
because
is-
because you're a certain way and then your kids are a certain way. So it's just like so for instance, like one time I remember my kids came to me and was like, "Hey, Dad, these kids is picking on me," and I'm like, "Y'all niggas jumping and fuck them up. What the fuck you doing?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, but that wasn't their mentality. They didn't grow up like how we grew up and
Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah.
So they wasn't on that.
I definitely got beat up by a family before, so
You know what I'm saying? So it was different. So I had to be dad, and I had to put the fucking fair Jesus in these, you know what I'm saying, these kids and everything. And I remember I called your brother. I told your brother about
Did you
it.
throw them a big stick and tell them to hit him with a stick? Because that's what my father did with her.
No,
Yeah,
I
they
told
talk-
him I was like,
I called her Calista and she got mad at you.
Why?
Because she knew it was him. Motherfucker Kylie told you that, didn't he?
I told you that.
I was like, calm down, Calista.
yeah.
She used to hate me when I was younger. I couldn't say her name, and I'm like, conditioner, and she would be so mad. I used to call her conditioner.
That's fucked up.
She'd be like, that's
Shout-
why I don't like your little yellow ass. I was like, I
Shout
can't
out
say your
Conditioner.
name.
Matter of fact, can you give me a plate?
Yeah, she's fucking cooking. She
Make
ain't
sure you
texting
give me
back.
a plate.
You know she only cooked for Brema. That's why she was fucking making stewed chicken at 1 a.m. I said, damn bitch, that dick must be good. Got you in here making
Yo,
stewed
listen,
chicken at 1
listen.
a.m.
She
ho.
came in there. She was like, I'm making some soup. I'm like, why are you making soup? She said, bring me on some soup. I was like, my
Brema
nigga.
in the car getting high as fuck. He gonna
My
come in and be
nigga.
served. Brema's always fed well. That bitch be cooking big plates. I'm like,
And then,
damn, nigga.
and then strictly disrespected the right house.
But you fed though, right, bitch? I'm like, why did you call that man a bitch? He's a man. That's disrespectful.
God.
You can't call no man a bitch unless you done with that nigga. 'Cause I'm not gonna respect you. Like, if you allow me to call you a bitch, we have to be over it. Cause
You gotta remember
I'm
that
not
for the
gonna
rest of the
respect
time.
you.
Like,
Yeah,
I
like-
called this nigga a bitch on September 13th.
He ain't do shit.
Like,
Not that I want him to. I never want to be in those situations. I won't disrespect a man that way. But
yeah, but you know you want a little bit of the danger. You
nah,
want,
so the
you
danger.
want to feel like
the
he
danger
could,
is
but you don't
challenge.
want him to.
No, the danger is I talk a little shit.
This
and then
nigga
you put me in
could
my
fuck
face.
me up.
That's it.
I feel like he could fuck me up, but he won't. Right?
Yeah, he would never.
You
Yo,
want that.
women, yo,
That's
women
who
do.
you are.
And women
You
push the
don't-
limits.
you
Women push
fuck-
the limits.
You don't.
You will fuck a bitch up, but you ain't because you know better. But you're a good man. You
So
still
I saw
love
a
her.
movie the other day.
You'll still love her.
I know what
Exactly.
you're talking about. I saw a movie the
You'll
other
still
day.
love her. You'll still take care
It's
of her.
called Queen and Slim.
Okay,
Talk
Queen
about Queen
let's
and
go
Slim.
Go ahead,
Slim.
let's
Okay.
talk about Queen Slime.
So I usually when we used to do the show, I used to do the mobile movie minute, right?
Mobile
And it was
movie
a
minute.
mobile movie minute, and it was where I talked about a movie for a minute. So I want to do a version of that here where we talk about this movie for a minute.
Okay.
It's called The Queen and Slim. It's directed by I forgot her name, but it's directed by a black female.
Yeah.
And it was written by Lena Waithe.
Yeah, Lena Waithe.
You know,
Lena Waithe. Yeah.
she wrote the story, and
writer and creator of Chicago, of The Shy.
yep, she was also a writer on second Master of None,
Master of None.
and she was a writer on it was like a regular TV show. I can't remember. So I'm watching the movie, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling, if I'm being honest. Have either of you seen the movie yet?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen it a while back. But I've
So
seen it.
I'm struggling because there's some decisions that was made by a black woman that I'm like, why would you go that route? For instance, the moment you meet the black chick in the restaurant, you don't like her. She's doing all of these stereotypical black bitchy things. Every stereotype negative stereotype that they have for the bitchy black woman, whatever that stereotype is, she fulfills those. Even down to the point of when the waiter brings the mashed potatoes instead of potatoes au gratin, she's like, "Oh, I will send that right back. Did you ask for that? Send it back." And I'm like, that's one of the stereotypical things of, oh man, black girls are always doing this. That's one of those things. Later on in the film, even I noticed little shit. they ordered some food another time they ordered food, and he orders he's like, yeah, let me get a chicken sandwich, some fries, and a shake. She's like, let me get a hamburger, no onions. I want extra this. I don't want any of that. And she makes like this she makes like a quote unquote bitchy order.
Yeah.
That's a stereotype of black, a negative stereotype of black. And it's like shit like that all throughout the movie. I'm like, yo, is this supposed to be a commentary on those stereotypes? Or are you just subconsciously throwing that shit in? You know what I mean?
And who wrote it?
Layla Wade.
Oh. A woman.
So we starting the minute now. I'm going to start the minute.
No, I talked about it for a minute. We done, actually. We don't have to do that.
I thought we were supposed to get our opinions on it. Did you see it?
I did see it.
I talked about it for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I seen it when it first came out.
Hazy, but
I saw it 2 days ago.
But when you said, yeah, I would have took it back. Did you order that?
Yeah, I remember those parts.
I remember that.
And then some people even pointed out to the fact that everything that goes wrong on her account. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know.
Because of stuff she did. That he was trying to lead her and she would do. I don't know if I
100% believe that. Because if you want to keep it funky, he is the initiator when he goes to grab for the phone.
In the car when he got pulled over?
And he swerved.
Yeah.
He did that. Now, granted, some people can say, well, she took his phone. But he didn't have to do that.
Damn, you should have told us to watch this yesterday.
That's why. That's why I text y'all about it, because I was like, well, I figured they would look into it if I tell them a day in advance. Because when you send me topics, I'm like, who the fuck is Van Latham? So I look it up.
Yeah, I did look up the stuff.
I mean, because they topics, but I thought I was gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna be able to recollect.
Yeah.
But you went deep into Jacques Cousteau in that.
I went Jacques Cousteau in that motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready for that.
You got to be motherfucking Jacques Cousteau.
In that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, God damn. Wow. Only thing I can say is he was submissive.
He was.
He was submissive?
He was submissive.
He just didn't want no problems, man.
Because basically,
So can you explain the under the floor scene to me again?
That's supposed to be some old school
slave shit.
Yeah, railroad, underground railroad.
I had to make sure I was woke for that.
Yeah, they were, and they said that the director wanted you to see people from different walks of life working together. That's why the white folks was there helping them. That's why the ghetto dude was the one who was like a freedom fighter or whatever, like the dude with the grills who in there.
I can tell you, like, I seen it in theaters when it came out. So obviously when I seen it in theaters, that means pre-COVID. So I don't really remember too much, but I think when I seen it, I was like, I got to see this again, because there was a lot of shit like that you got to see it twice so you can catch it.
Yeah.
Or in your perspective, I guess, pre-COVID, pre-protest, you're looking at it with different lenses than when I watched it, because I was like, I got to see this. The messages was coming, but my lenses weren't there, so I wanted to see it again. Yep. So I understand why you seeing it 2 days ago, you're looking at it in a different lens.
Yeah, I have problems with it, man. Like, her uncle is a pimp.
Yeah.
There's very little representation.
Didn't she call and the mom snitch or something like that too, right? Did that something like that happen?
No,
or they were there?
The dad wouldn't snitch.
Okay.
His dad wouldn't snitch.
His dad wouldn't snitch. Okay.
No, his dad wouldn't snitch.
I remember something of the call.
It just seemed, a lot of the things seemed exaggerated.
Yeah, I do remember.
So I think maybe she was like trying to show like an exaggerated form of what goes on, because some of the shit was like, really, nigga? Like, throughout the movie, one of them will go, we don't have time for this.
Yep.
And then the other one will go, let's go pet the horse.
Like, no, we're on the run.
And
bitch.
then later
we
on,
gotta
they
get
will
home.
both switch opinions.
Yeah.
Later on, one of them will be like, yo, we don't got time for this. But then you just want to just pet the horse. So, I don't know. I think, I hope that stuff was done on purpose to like make some sort of point that I'm not sharp enough to catch.
I think it was to that point. Almost like, yeah. Because who ended up shooting the cop? He did or she did?
She shot the cop.
She shot the cop.
So it's kind of like to the
No,
point
he
where
shot the cop.
He shot the cop?
The cop shot her. Is what happened.
That's right.
The cop shot her.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then all of that seems slightly unrealistic, but I'll roll with it.
Okay.
Like, I'll roll with it.
I was right.
But one thing is true. A
Like
nigga will give you up for some money. A nigga will give you up for some money.
But the cop shooting her seemed unrealistic. If anything, dude would have got shot.
Dude would have got shot, yeah.
Like, if she would have spooked him and made a move he didn't like, he would have shot dude, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, that
I
wasn't.
don't know. And then dude shooting him didn't necessarily have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dude was coming at you unarmed.
Fuck that shit. We be unarmed.
All I'm saying is your life wasn't threatened at that point.
Yeah.
Your life wasn't threatened at that point.
But you just shot my girl, and I don't know what the fuck is in her.
What I'm saying is, if
there were a couple seconds, I remember.
got the gun.
Like it wasn't like shot. It wasn't shot for shot. It was shot, scene, and then shot. Right.
Right. Like his. Well, I guess you could say. It depends on how you feel his potential. Because his life was potentially in danger. If that cop would have jumped at him and got the gun, he would have been shot 100%.
Yeah.
But those are two ifs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm in control. You're not a danger to me. But how long is that moment if you're lunging at me?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I got you.
Queen and Slim. If
Queen
you
and
haven't seen it, or you haven't seen it in a while, like
if I didn't just kill it for you.
Nah, you gotta see it. Because, again, we all have different
really
lenses.
don't know
So the way you watch
I
it
was
is different.
put it like this. I was expecting a more awesome movie. I was expecting to walk away like,
Facts.
whoa. And
Yeah.
that movie just didn't do it. It just it made decisions that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's on some deeper level that I don't get. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think that's how I felt.
I got you.
I felt like, I need to see this again because I must have missed something.
Word.
And I didn't like the end, me personally.
I didn't like that end too.
but
But I knew that was going to
seriously?
happen.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
only way that
it
it
had
could
to happen
happen.
like that. It happened.
That's exactly what you said to me. It had to
Because
happen.
unless
The
unless
whole
they got
point-
access to like money or something like that, or rich uncle to the point
The
where
whole
something.
point. The whole point of that movie is, well, not the whole point, but the kick off of that movie is black people getting shot for no reason. It had to end with them getting shot for no reason, unless it was some crazy shit that was like like Spike Lee movie wouldn't have ended like that.
No.
A Spike Lee movie would have ended like that. A Spike Lee movie like Aliens or something would have came down, and
It's
Spike Lee
like
always
this.
got some wild shit.
They would have been on another.
Or it would have been like they had the guns there, and he was like, "Don't shoot me." And
Yeah.
then it stopped.
And all the guns,
Yeah,
yeah.
like some weird shit.
I
to
was
that
wild
point.
shit.
like, they're not finna shoot these niggas. They
Yeah.
put bullets in them. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is a lot.
'Cause,
That
like,
was
look at-
crazy.
Look at
And that
School
also
days. School days.
And
Look
that
at
also
School days.
Exactly.
I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to end like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
message.
damn, nigga, like,
Message.
yeah.
fuck.
It's fucking. And did you ever see damn, what's the movie? The movie with Stansfield in it, and he's thank you for something.
Dear white, is it Dear White People?
No. I don't watch that shit.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching or some shit. Thank you for something.
It's something. What do telemarketers say when they call you?
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for answering.
Oh, you talking about
It's a phrase that telemarketers say.
I'm about to find it.
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith Stansfield's in it. Have you ever seen that motherfucker?
Yes, I did. I like it,
That shit was like, what?
son. And when he made it to a different level and his voice changed,
Yeah.
that was the best.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What
I'm talking about the end of the movie.
I don't.
the end of the movie.
Who is in it?
I don't want to give it away for people who ain't seen it. But at the end of the movie, what those people end up being?
See, damn, I gotta revisit. Yeah, I gotta revisit.
So
again.
look, if you don't want to get the movie spoiled, pause your thing for a second, okay? Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2.
What?
Nigga, they turn into kangaroos?
What?
I don't remember that. Damn, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch
At
it
the end of
again.
the movie, they turn in not horses. They turn into
Horses. I gotta rewatch that shit.
It's fucking crazy.
I really gotta rewatch
Makes no
it.
sense. It comes out of left field.
Damn.
They turn into horses.
Yeah, I definitely got
There
it.
was some secret like conspiracy that the white people were doing, turning the young poor black kids into horses,
I definitely gotta watch it. Yeah.
like horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking crazy. And then at the end of the movie, he's a horseman, and he goes and attacks the people.
Damn. See, that's it.
How can you forget
2001?
that
I must have
shit?
been. I must have been
No,
high.
it was
Something.
2001.
I must have been high. Something. Sorry to bother you. Is it sorry to bother you?
Maybe it's that.
Look, ingredients: sugar corn.
2018. Independent
So
movie, yeah.
blue. This doesn't have gelatin in it. Invert corn, syrup, modified corn.
Nah, they're not old though. I don't want to go to Netflix. I wanted to see the movie. It's Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah. Sorry to bother you.
I was about to say pardon the interruption.
Sorry about it. So, I was looking at certain things. Had a quick thought. I was remembering Punky Brewster. I was remembering.
You remember? Yep.
Punky Brewster, right?
Yep.
There's an episode where Brandon got hit by the car. Brandon was the dog, Punky Brewster. People don't know about that.
Prays for him,
She cries, right? So she takes him to the vet. He's basically on his deathbed and everything like that. She ends up meeting this black woman whose dog got hit by a car, something like that. And they're telling Punky Brewster, hey, your dog may not make it. It's not looking good and everything. The black woman just got news that her dog's going to be good, and she can go see the dog now. Her dog's name was Angus, I think. So Punky Brewster prays to God, talking about, please don't take Brandon's life, just give him a chance. So
and God comes and looks like Henry Wanamont.
Nope. So what happens is that, boom. So Punky, she tells God thank you. The black woman, whose dog, who they told was good, she comes back into the waiting room, eyes crying, talking about Angus didn't make it. Doctor comes back to Punky Brewster talking about, it's a miracle your dog survived. Mm-hmm. She goes back and says, thank you, God. So, I'm looking at that like, wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, Punky prayed for Brandon, whatever.
And the other dog's soul jumped in Brandon's body?
Yeah, and so they basically took that dog's soul.
Is that where we're going with this?
Basically, hold on, right? So
is that what the fuck we're talking about right now?
Yes.
That's what the fuck
Yes. So, right?
I don't know why the fuck we're talking about that.
But I'm saying, fast forward that now, right?
Okay, yeah.
Fast forward that now. If a person looks at that, they be like, that's some fucked up shit. That's some real fucked up shit to do.
So,
and
hold on. Why is Brandon out of his body, though?
I don't know about out of his body shit, but.
So why is there another dog inhabiting his body? Where's Brandon?
Basically, Brandon was about to die. And
so God took Brandon's soul out, put the other ones in. But why? I
don't know. But guess what? Basically, Punky prayed. And so God was like, all right, I know your dog's gonna survive.
Your theory doesn't hold water.
Hold on.
Why would God say, okay, Brandon, you out, this guy in? Why would he do that? I'm saying the show would have to establish that reason.
I'm not saying that. Basically, but basically that's what it was. She prayed to God. God gave a miracle. So basically, God took this dog.
Yes, I understand.
And basically, gave him run.
Why?
I don't know. But guess what?
Then if you can't say why, then that theory doesn't hold up.
I'm just saying it didn't age well. Because looking at that now, you're like, yo, why would God do that?
Yeah, but there was no reason for him to do it in the first place. Now, if the show said Brandon's spirit is dead, this dog's spirit is alive, let me put this dog's spirit.
But Brandon was about to die. He was basically about to die.
What I'm saying to you is, what is the reason for the swap? What's the reason?
So Brandon could live in that other dog.
So why couldn't Brandon just live then?
Because he was dying. The dog was dying.
But he's God.
What are you talking about?
Why am I going to take this guy's soul and put it in that guy's body when I can just take this guy's soul and put it in his own body? Why would I do that?
But I don't know why he would do that. I don't know why he would do that.
So then if you don't have an answer to that, then this is a stupid subject.
No, it's not. It's basically, I'm basically saying that it didn't age well. At the time.
Right. But the theory that God would do it doesn't make sense.
Right. So it wasn't God, it was Punky Brewster.
The theory is thrown completely out.
What I'm saying
if
as
the
a kid,
show would have said, oh, maybe he put this guy's soul in because of XYZ.
No.
If the show would have pointed that out.
You're missing my point.
Cool.
Because one, it's a kid's show.
I hear your point.
Have to make sense.
It does have to make sense. That part has to make sense.
No, it doesn't. As a kid, it doesn't have to make sense. The only thing you know is that.
Why is Brandon out, this guy in?
Because Brandon is the main character. I'm saying, Brandon's the character of the fucking show.
Brandon's the owner was black.
Brandon's the character of the show.
I mean, the owner of the other dog was black. That's why that dog was out.
Oh,
I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying that.
That's how Punky Brewster viewed it.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, listen. I hear your quandary.
Yeah.
But the minute I ask myself why, then the idea of him doing that goes out the window. Is what I'm saying.
There were so many joints.
Jesus would never. Jesus, God would never. No.
I'm just saying.
If you're sitting there thinking about God swapping souls, and you don't say, "But wait, that doesn't make sense," because ... then you're a moron.
No, as a 7-year-old kid, I'm not thinking that.
If
as a 7-year-old kid, I'm thinking.
If you're a 7-year-old kid smart enough to think that that's what's happening, yes, you are.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Next subject.
As a 7-year-old kid.
Next subject.
As a 7-year-old kid, you're looking at, okay, that's Punky Brewster. Yeah, she's a good person. Good, she's a character. I don't know who the fuck this dog is, so it doesn't matter if this motherfucker lives or dies. Simple fact is, the only thing is, Brandon has to fucking live. And that's it. So
why can't Brandon just live?
Because the show has to go on.
The
why
show
can't
is
Brandon
showing
just
you.
live?
I don't know. Maybe
The
they
show
did it
is
for
showing
dramatic
you.
effect. I don't know.
Yes.
But as a little kid, it didn't have to make sense. There's a lot of shit that didn't have to make sense as a kid. Simple fact is, certain things you
All
just
I'm saying
accept.
is, for you to ask yourself that, you would have had to ask the other thing. Those things go right along with each other.
No, it doesn't. There's so many things.
Next subject.
There's so many things that don't make sense. Like in the Goonies, when the fucking shit from saying, yo, when the
I'm
show.
not saying it has to make sense. For you to come to that theory, that question has to come up.
I'm coming to that theory now as an adult. Because basically saying it didn't age
So
well.
you, as an adult, have to be smart enough to say, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because of
That's
blah, blah,
exactly
blah.
my purpose.
we
It
watch.
didn't fucking, it didn't age well. It's like, back then it made sense, but now when you really think about it, that's fucked up shit. It really doesn't make sense. That's
then-
the whole purpose of it.
Back then, the message was to pray to God, and then things will happen. But
That's
it didn't
basically
really.
what it was.
They didn't really think through.
Why is no one listening to me?
We're
No,
listening.
you're not listening.
If my dog is dying and I pray to God for my dog to come back, why doesn't my dog just come back?
I don't know, because you know why?
But
I'm not.
you're
No.
gonna sit here and tell me
No.
that if you're thinking that's happening, that the idea of wait, why couldn't Brandon just come back?
What?
You telling me that doesn't cross your
Nigga,
mind?
hold on for a minute. You are really fucking high because I never said anything that the dog fucking swapped bodies. Nigga, I never said that. Basically, what I'm saying is that I'm talking about the life in general. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, the life of a dog. Nigga, you're taking this somewhere else. You're taking
Two
this somewhere
dogs,
else.
two bodies, right?
Yup.
One dog is on the deathbed.
Yup.
Brandon's body is not.
Yup.
Brandon's body is fine. Is that your theory, right?
Brandon's dying.
Is Brandon's body still usable or no?
I don't know. He got hit by a fucking car.
See,
All I know is Brandon's dying. Nigga, first of all,
Bye, bye, Brandon.
see, you're thinking this. See, you're thinking you're looking at this shit adult. I'm saying you're looking at it with adult eyes on a fucking kid's show,
Yeah,
and
you
you're looking
are.
like, why does that have to make sense? It doesn't have to fucking make sense as a
doesn't make
kid.
sense. You
I'm
watch
looking
SpongeBob?
at this from a
Do you
7-year-old
watch
perspective from
SpongeBob?
that point, and then looking back at that with adult eyes, talking about that shit didn't fucking make sense, and that shit didn't age well. To the point. That was my whole thing. I'm not talking about why. I'm not talking about the theory has to make sense or whatever. I'm just saying that it didn't make sense and it didn't age well. When you think about this shit. That's all I'm saying.
sometimes I wish I could speak to my intellectual
Oh my God.
equals.
Oh my God.
Who are
So
we?
anyways.
If you
Oh my God. Here we
come
go.
up with the idea that their souls have been switched,
I didn't say that. I said
then
nothing
what are you
about
saying?
souls
Then what are you
being
saying?
switched.
Then what are
I'm
you
basically
saying?
I'm
Then what are you
basically
saying?
I'm basically saying
I'm
God
gonna watch.
thinking let this nigga die and
let
basically
one dog
do that.
die,
To whatever dog.
let
whatever.
Angus die.
Yup.
Let the black lady's dog die. Don't forget, she was black, and they let the black lady's dog die. Okay.
This is why we.
I have to speak for all the
This
black
is why
women.
we have to get another.
I was
gotta
7.
speak
I was
for
7.
all the black
Guess what?
women.
Right,
I was
okay.
7.
Maybe, I'm thinking I
Black
misunderstood your
What
point.
shit is that?
I'm thinking maybe I misunderstood your point. So
You did.
What you were
Sorry.
what you were saying is both dogs are on the deathbed, and she prays to God for Brandon to be saved.
Yep.
And the other lady doesn't pray to God, so her dog isn't saved.
No, they already told her the dog was already, he's good, everything to go, come see your dog. So Punky goes and prays,
Yep.
whatever. That dog ends up dying, and Brandon lives,
Yep.
basically.
So what is it? What is
So
it
what
kind of
happened?
insinuating?
What are you saying? Yeah. What are you saying?
It's
Basi-
insinuating
basically,
that.
Yeah, based on insinuating is basically like God took that life and basically gave Brandon that life.
So, yeah, sure. But
So Brandon's life matters for the show to go on.
Basically. And so as a kid,
Black
you're
lady's dog.
basically saying, yeah. As a kid, you're basically saying, yes, Brandon didn't die. But you're not really thinking about that other dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not thinking
The
about the
other
black
dog
lady's
didn't die. I
dog.
don't know that dog. So it's basically saying, hey, yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes, God made Brandon die. I'm saying, God made Brandon live. Now looking back at that, like, that was some fucked up shit.
that's
All
that's
dogs'
all you were
lives
saying.
matter.
I'm saying it didn't
That's
age
all
well.
you were saying.
I'm saying it didn't age well. Now thinking about it,
That
of course.
episode.
Just the idea of them bringing God and praying into the show
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But as a 7-year-old.
I thought you were talking about something else.
No, I'm talking about it just didn't age well. To the point you be like, yo, that's kind of fucked up. To that point, you be like, well, why would this dog fucking die and this like that? Why couldn't, he's God. Why couldn't both of them live?
This is a silly thing to be talking about.
No, you made it a silly thing, nigga. I was trying to make it
I
clear
made
cut,
it complex and interesting.
But no,
existential.
But it had to be. It didn't
was
have to be
existential.
That. It didn't have to be that.
Damari is an essential worker.
It was existential.
Oh, I thought he said essential.
Anyway.
So another thing.
Yeah. So they should have brought God into Punky. Sure.
Yeah.
No. Whatever.
As a
Whatever.
7-year-old.
But when Cherry got stuck in the fridge, I prayed. But whatever.
All right. Guess what? So yeah. Just don't.
Cherry
jump.
was bad. She was
Yeah.
even bad on fucking
The
Family
moral of the
Matters.
story. Yeah, but she used to wear belts on her for headbands.
She was a trendsetter.
Okay. I was like, why does she got a belt on her forehead?
She was a trendsetter in a thin sweater.
So
Say it in Jamaican.
So
Whoa.
oh god damn it, nigga, god damn.
I'm like, whoa! It took a long time to fall too.
Yo, that shit was...
Make sure the mic's on. Make sure the mic's on.
1 2 1 2.
Make sure it's on. Like it
Make
says
sure it's
on.
on. The switch.
The switch.
Okay.
Yeah, this shit just kind of creeped up on me.
It took a long time to fall. It was like.
So another thing, Nas and Genuine song, "Owe Me." Nigga, they're basically at the time you're like, yo, that song's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Goes off in the club. Listen to that shit the other day.
A lot of shit don't age well though.
I'm saying,
Ace Ventura.
But he said, yo, he's basically saying, I'm gonna pay for you. Now you owe me sex.
Yo, Ace Ventura, bro.
He was like, yo,
Ace Ventura.
You really made me think, and I'm like, bro.
paid your rent,
A transsexual.
paid some jewelry. Girl, now you owe me. Now you owe me. I'm like, shit. Nigga, just think about them saying, like, now you think about this shit. You be like,
So
yo.
What was the shackles for? You know, that was kind of interesting.
Bracelets.
What's shackles?
Okay.
No
Shackles
bangles.
on your feet.
I put shackles on your feet.
You owe me.
You
Shackles
owe me.
made me think of slave
shackles.
shit.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like.
We was in
Who is
line.
this again? Who sung that?
Nas
R.
and
Kelly.
Genuine.
Oh, okay.
If you listen to those
R.
lyrics,
Kelly.
you said R. Kelly. Holy shit.
R. Kelly.
Goddamn.
If R. Kelly would have made that song, they would have had him under the jail.
Nigga. But he basically was like, yo, basically, I paid your rent.
If R. Kelly would have made that song, a white man would be pissing on him right now.
But I'm saying,
They
it's
did. That's why
basically.
he's trying to get out. He just got
I'm
attacked.
saying,
Is that on our
it just-
list?
It just didn't age well. I go through a whole bunch of shit that didn't age well.
Yeah, the whole aging well thing has to do with people getting more soft.
Not even soft, but no.
Soft.
I don't think,
When
you know,
you know better, you do better.
rape is soft, nigga.
Nigga.
What?
Cameron said,
Rape?
nigga, imagine me going to 7. Imagine me waking up 7:30 for work. I'd rather be 7:30 for work.
7:30 Whitworth.
7:30, whatever. Take girls, rape them.
What does
bury
that mean?
The skirt.
Yeah.
Take girls, rape them. Bury the skirt.
Yeah.
Nigga. At the time, yo, he's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Take girls, rape them. Bury. Nigga, say that shit now.
Yeah.
Sing that shit. Shit don't age well, nigga.
Fucking.
Shit don't age
Fucking.
well.
Biggie Smalls talking about
Oh, yeah.
why niggas kidnap kids, fuck them in the ass
Yes.
and throw them over the bridge.
Bitch. Exactly.
Disrespectful.
Fucking a lot of stuff. So that's my point. Like people can't say shit. Like saying shit don't mean shit. Like people say words. It's funny. The same people who say that actions mean more than words are the same ones who try to take the words out of your mouth.
Well, you know what I agree. But I also think it's just marketable. Like you're not gonna sell a radio station. Let me talk about killing Jews. They ain't gonna play that
Nope.
shit.
Yeah.
Let me talk about fucking raping kids. They're probably not gonna play that shit.
Yeah.
But let's talk about killing each other, and let's talk about fucking raping other women, or like how I'm like just disrespectful to women. That sells. Black people like that shit. So that's why they make it.
Love it.
Now you should be able to rap, sing, and make music, create whatever. Talk about fucking dogs. You won't eat that shit. Will never go on 94.5. Like you know what I'm saying? Like talk about whatever you're into. It's freedom of speech, but it's not going to play. It's not marketable. You can't sell it. But in the black community, we like to hear that shit. So we can sell that shit. So people are gonna start rapping about that shit, whether it's true or false, or whether who affects. I seen this. I'm going to share it with you guys later, but I think I probably shared it with you before, but I seen this, I guess, speech this guy gave about how Rick Ross got cut from Reebok after he said something about the date rape drug, but he can talk about killing millions of black niggas in the hood and fucking all of these bitches and holding them down and doing whatever he wants to. But the minute he said date rape and that affected a different community, he was no longer marketable for Reebok. So they immediately dropped
But
him.
that goes. I hate to be the guy.
But you always
I
are.
hate to be the guy.
He always is.
That goes other ways too. Like I remember I saw Paul Mooney talking about the Godfather movie, and he was like, "Oh, everybody loves the Godfather movie, but the one part that sticks out to me is when they were all at the table with the Godfather, and one of the heads of the families says, "Oh, we won't do the drugs. We'll leave that to the niggas. They're animals anyway." Mm-hmm. And Paul Mooney says that that's the part that sticks out to him. So I'm sitting there like, really? Mm-hmm. In the movie where they raped, killed, cut off heads of animals, beat people and women, the line that sticks out to you is when he says something racist.
Yeah.
So I feel like that we all have our hot button things, right, that kind of trigger us. Mm-hmm. And right now in this country, well, not in this country, but to a certain demographic, the hot button thing is kids. Or the hot button thing is rape. And I think that the problem becomes when we start trying to say this is worse than this is not as bad as this. It has to be wrong is wrong, and we attack wrong however wrong is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the problem, like I said, Paul Mooney's watching this movie. He's bothered by the racism line. But he's not bothered by them killing people and raping people and
because
stuff.
maybe that's something that it doesn't affect him. He doesn't experience it.
And that's
same
wrong
way.
though. We should it's wrong for us to enforce rules and laws based on that. That's society. That's wrong.
Well, basically, or he
like,
was also looking
like
at it.
that. I get it, but as a group, we shouldn't enforce. You know what I mean? Like in that. Of that.
Well, at the same time, he's probably looking at it from what is a big issue or a big problem in our community, to the point where it's basically like there's like this part of their community, they can control that. They're going to be good no matter what. But our community, this is one of the biggest problems in our community when it comes to drugs and everything like that. And it's not coming from us, it's coming from them. Mm-hmm. They're doing that to them, that's okay. But when it comes to us, they're also killing us. And we're also killing us too. So it's not coming from just one source, it's coming from different sources, but at the same time, this is a big thing in our community that affects the whole community.
But I think at the same time, I agree with everything you just said, but I feel like we need to start having we need all of us, not just my community. I'm not speaking as a man. I'm not speaking as a heterosexual man or a black man. I'm speaking as a person who lives on this earth. A fat man. I'm speaking of the person who lives on this earth, right? We got to stop with when they came for these people, I didn't say anything because I wasn't them. When they came for these people, I didn't say anything because I wasn't them.
But that was the whole point. And
when they finally came for me, no one else was there to help me. Like that whole phrase, you heard that phrase before? Right. I think that all of us need to stop. But the problem is, none of us wants to be the first one to do it.
But
because then you're just going for someone else's cause. But we all need to stop.
But it's always black people always fighting for everybody else's cause. But when it comes to our cause, no one else wants to jump in. It's the same fucking shit.
That may be true, but that argument doesn't help. It doesn't get us to that argument. Yeah. It may be true, but that doesn't get us to where we need to be. So why are we saying that?
Because no matter what, if we don't say it, it's still going to be that.
Always trying to help. Does that get us closer to the goal?
No.
So then,
stop.
But
helping.
if we don't say it, doesn't get us any closer either.
Stop being who we are.
Right. I'm not saying stop saying it. I'm saying that should be the focus. Yeah. I guess that's what I mean. That should be the focus. If the focus is to get everybody, black, white, Asian, gay, straight, the focus is to get everyone in one frame of mind, all of those people who represent those demographics got to let some of their shit go and say we have a bigger enemy, which is someone who doesn't look like any of us.
But the thing is,
but no one wants to be the one to do it first.
So the point of like that speaker was, if it's marketable, record companies will take it and sell it. In black communities, they like to hear about killing each other. In black communities, they like to hear about raping and whatever, just degrading women. Not necessarily rape. Nobody fucks with rape, but just like degrading women, they're okay with.
Because we're conditioned to like that shit.
Yes. Too, yes. But then the minute you speak on rape, that touches other communities. And now the white community don't like that shit. So now I'm not fucking with you. But you can't go to a record company and say, I got this hot track. It's about me fucking horses. Nah, I'm not going to sell it. It's not. No one's going to listen to that because no one, like you said, if we're conditioned to see, oh, I didn't support this group when it happened, but now I'm supporting this group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what your point to it?
Yeah.
So they're okay with it as long as they can market it. But when it comes to fucking animals, nobody wants to hear that because no matter who you are as a human, that's some shit no one.
Oh yeah, because we've all agreed that we don't fuck with that.
Exactly. So we've all agreed we don't fuck with date rape drugs. If you talk about date raping a bitch, even as a man who likes Rick Ross, you're like, yeah, whoa, why you drop that line in there?
But the problem will become, I don't want black women to get date raped. I don't want gay men to get date raped. Well, I don't want heterosexual males to get date raped.
And that's why it became a problem.
Because
if black people were okay with hearing it, it was white people who weren't okay with hearing it.
Right.
Like, well, date rape, that goes to gays, that goes to, every other community, heterosexuals, whoever, that goes to all types of communities. So now we don't like that. So now immediately we're going to drop you. But you don't misrepresent our label as Reebok by talking about killing black men. You don't misrepresent our label at Reebok by talking about degrading black women or women, period, whatever race you choose to. That's okay at Reebok. We can support that.
Not only is that okay, that's what they want.
Exactly. So then, but once you say, oh, I'm going to drop a date rape drug in you and whatever, you're talking about that can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
So killing can happen anywhere. Come on, let's be real.
And that's very prevalent in that
community.
That's like how some shows will cut out the word fag and let you say nigga.
Yeah.
All the time.
Or vice versa.
Or bitch.
I've seen the opposite happen too. So I don't know, man. Like all of us as a society, finding one hot button thing and jumping on it is whack.
Yep.
All of us as a society breaking it into little parts and saying, well, this affects my community, so I care about that. But I don't care about that. That's whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It happens.
I
understand it. I mean, it's whack, but I understand it. But it's also something that's necessary.
Yeah.
Because it's like when it comes to our community is the only people that branch out to here, that are never on one accord. Yeah. But when you go to all these other communities, the motherfuckers is on one accord,
unified.
And we're visitors in that.
Sure.
Yep.
Every single
Definitely
time.
Unification needs to start from the cell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But unification on a broad scale needs to happen too. And people feel like it doesn't. But
some
people to this day feel like it doesn't need to happen.
But in order for a person to have unity, in other places to have unity, there has to be unity within first.
Yeah, absolutely first.
Because you got to know how to. Because you know how to have. You got to know how to have that unity.
But that unity, right? Shouldn't come. It has to watch where it comes from, because there's a thin line between fucking patriotism and motherfucking xenophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a thin line between I love me so much, I am the best. Well, if you're the best, then what am I? And if I'm not you. So I think that we need to be careful with that, because not we as in black people, I mean we as in people who live on this earth.
Yeah.
We need to be careful with that, because what we start doing is we're bigging up ourselves, we start tearing down the next.
Yeah.
And then it's harder for us to come together after that, because we tore down the next. Again, I'm not talking about me as a black person.
Just in
I'm
principle.
talking about all of us do that. White,
I
black,
think one of the
whatever,
things,
we do that.
One of the things that reminds me of is like when right after like Ahmaud Arbery's murder and George Floyd's murder, it was all Black Lives Matter movement, which is great. Yep. And then it became, well, Black trans lives matter. And it's like, well,
and then it was
no
brown
one
lives
ever, and then it was like, well, we all stand. And it was like, we're never saying that, trans life. And when did Black trans life stop mattering? I understand that within the Black community, we got some work to do. Duh, every community has some work to do. However, it was never a point to be that you don't matter. So why did you have to stand out? Or even people posting, my white friend supports Black Lives Matter. Well, we never said never. Well, if they support it, they support it. And
so that's
that's
the problem with All Lives Matter.
Yes.
Because the slogan itself is right.
Yes.
The slogan itself is correct.
But the
intent.
But the intent is fucking wrong.
Yes, you're taking away of the point that we're making. All lives do matter, bitch, and so does Black ones. Yeah. That's all we're saying. Because in your eyes, it's all lives matter. Yeah. But if this person was just shot blatantly for no apparent reason in front of their kids, in front of families, or whatever, they're nailed on for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Like you're not looking at that life as it matters. Why? Because it's a Black life.
But that's the bullshit. That's when you talk about the hot button shit. Because at the same time, they're like, all lives matter. I'll be like, yo, but, if all lives matter, what about this? Well, he shouldn't have resisted. I thought all lives matter. You know,
all lives,
All
even
lives
even
matter.
the criminal. His life matters,
A
right?
criminal's lives matter.
If a
homeless person's lives
motherfucker
matter.
stole a stereo and is running down the street, his life still matters.
Exactly. There was just a panhandler, I think, was it Alabama? I might be wrong. Louisiana. He was just asking for money outside of a gas station, and a white man shot him. So does his life not matter? He did nothing fucking wrong except for ask money, the same way we see on corners. So should we just start shooting people for asking for money?
They'll say he shouldn't have been
So,
homeless.
well, he's a homeless man, or he's a criminal, or he's this, or he's that. He
I thought
wasn't
all
doing
lives
shit.
matter.
Exactly.
I thought
So
all
if
lives
all
matter.
lives matter, his life doesn't matter because he's black?
Just
Stepping on that
say
fence?
no.
We're all it's
Just say no.
we're all conditioned to be on that bullshit. Like the whole, I saw this lady, saw something on this show the other day, and the lady said that she was a civil rights activist, she was a women's rights activist, and I was like, aren't women humans? No, she said human rights. She's like, I do human rights, I do women's rights, and not to her discredit, I'm talking about the idea of those names is moronic.
Yes.
Like, so you're telling me that we need a woman's rights and a human's rights?
And then a black woman's human rights.
So why
Black
can't
human.
That part.
you know what I
It's
mean?
crazy.
Black woman's
Black human.
humans
Yeah.
rights.
Oh, is he a human? Yeah, he's a black human.
So you know what human means?
White.
White man.
Yes.
Yo,
Human means white man.
Yes,
When you
absolutely.
say
This.
human, you're talking about a white man. Most likely he's Christian. Most
Yep.
likely he's of a certain color, tone,
Yes,
even
yep.
in white man.
Yep.
So human means
Different
white
color
man.
eyes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Human, and that's the problem in the world today.
But that's
that
what they
human
paint the
means
picture.
white man, woman means white woman,
Yep.
black woman means black woman. Black woman doesn't mean gay black woman.
Nope.
It doesn't.
Oh, no.
Because if you're a gay black woman, fuck you, you're out of this crew.
Yeah.
That's the way we are.
Yeah.
That's the way we are.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
even-
fucking insane.
and even back to I'm saying back to your point when you was talking about how the trans lives matter came out and everything like that. You know, whole black thing. You know, black trans lives matter and everything like that. I'm like, yo, but you're still missing the point because at the end of the day, any racist motherfucker that sees you, they're not gonna be like, oh my god, look at that trans black person. They're gonna be like, yo, look at that black whatever,
Trans
and then
person, exactly.
whatever like that.
Black
But you
will
always gotta
always come
remember,
first.
no matter if you're gay, no matter
Well,
if
yeah,
you're
that's the way it
trans, no
is.
matter anything like
That's
that,
the way it
you're
is in
always
this
black
country.
first.
That's the way it is in this country. And
Yeah.
they set it up to be when if you list what you are, you list black, male. You know what I'm saying?
All of
Like,
that,
you know,
everything,
it don't
exactly.
matter. It don't
But they're
matter.
always putting you in a category.
Yeah.
So, like, even people who don't, like, I do HR, hiring, all that shit, and even people who don't necessarily fit a category, they may not even be trans, they may not be gay, they may be heterosexual. They still refuse to fill out those boxes because it's like, you're automatically putting me into this box.
Yeah.
Of, am I going to hire you? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Like, you're already looking at me with this lens. So if you see that it says I'm a male and you're not looking for males, I'm X'd out of that box. If you see that it says I'm black and you're not looking for black, maybe you're looking for someone Spanish speaking, or maybe you're looking for someone Korean speaking, whatever it is, you're looking for something different. You're automatically going to X me out. So you're already putting me in a box. You don't know. I could be a black trans woman who speaks 15 languages, but you're not.
Exactly.
But you're
But
not
you're not
gonna
giving me a
hire me
chance.
because it
Exactly.
says black, because it says woman, and you might be looking for a man, whatever it is. Like, so people are already going to like not identifying their gender or their race or their ethnicity because of that. So
And that's the world today, man.
Yep.
They put us in boxes.
And not only do they put us in boxes, we're happy as fuck to stay there.
yeah.
We're happy.
I'm like,
We're
I'm
happy
not
to
trying to
sit in
do
this
shit.
box.
Yeah.
And just sit
No.
there.
Like,
And it's
yeah, nigga, I'm black, nigga.
And then,
Hell
and
yeah.
then, and then sometimes if we have to choose between two boxes, we'll choose one box.
Hmm.
Like, well, you're this, but you're that. Which box do you want? We'll take a box.
American non-Hispanic,
Instead
but
of just
American
saying,
Hispanic.
no, I'm just fucking biracial. Biracial people literally have to choose which side they want to walk on.
Yeah.
To some degree.
I'm
It's fucking
biracial.
insane.
I'm biracial.
What are you mixed?
I am African and American.
Yeah, I don't know if I call that motherfucker biracial.
Son, I be at work.
By ethnicidal.
So
Maybe.
whole bunch of
Ethnical.
Africans, whole bunch of Africans be at work. Whole bunch of Africans be at work.
Yeah.
So sometimes
You're a kata.
So I'm a kata.
A kata.
A kata. So basically, when it comes down to, I get a choice to choose if I want to be Ghanaian or if I want to be fucking American. So sometimes you got Americans, motherfuckers talk. I'm like, yeah,
We're talking
them
about two
goddamn
different things,
Africans.
though.
Hold on.
We're talking about cultural, not skin color. We're
Gotcha.
talking about cultural.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Talking about cultural.
Yeah, 'cause no matter
Even
what,
though biracial people have to choose their culture sometimes
They
too.
do.
Yeah.
My,
Depending on what
that's
spectrum
thing
they
with my
fall
kids.
on.
That's thing with my
Light or
kids.
dark.
That's
Yeah.
thing with my kids. My kids look black regardless. So
Yeah.
they really don't gotta choose.
Yeah.
They can they can see them saying my kids be like, yo, I'm Puerto
They
Rican.
look Samoan.
It's like, yo, get the fuck
They look
outta
more
here.
Samoan.
Yeah, you know.
They do.
They look
yeah,
like the
but-
cast of Moana up in this
Yo,
motherfucker.
The cast of
but
Moana,
the
they're
thing,
cute.
the thing that would nullify all this shit to make us come as
I walked
one.
in here, I was like, oh,
It's not funny, though. It's not funny. Why you always do that? Why you always do that?
Away.
You know that they get teased.
But you know, Afrobeats is running shit right now.
Right?
Afrobeats is
I
running
don't know
shit
what
right
that
now.
means.
Yes, you do know what it
What
means.
do you mean by that?
You know what that
But the
means.
kids were just listening
Oh,
to
about
it.
you being African.
No. Afrobeats is running shit.
Is there a Samoan Afrobeats guy?
Hey, listen.
I'm trying to understand why you're saying that.
Because we are. Anyways, the thing that would nullify this shit, the aliens need to come, bro. Aliens need to come and start eradicating the fucking human race to the point where niggas come together and be like, hey, listen, ain't no black,
aliens,
ain't no white, ain't no
unicorns,
this and that. It's just one race.
Leprechauns.
We need to get at these niggas.
Yep.
Yo, we putting the shit aside? Cool. All right,
So
cool.
are you really saying you're waiting for the aliens to come? I'm confused. I don't want.
Yeah, the aliens. For us to be as one, for us to be like unified, a human race.
Absolutely, I see that.
And then
we'll
after
have
that, and after they fuck the whole system up to the point we create a new system based on there's no such thing as color. This is that. This is what we are.
I'm for that.
We're humans. That's what it is.
Yeah. So
moving on to that.
moving on.
We had hold on. Don't even fuck it up.
This was unrealistic shit.
The aliens are coming.
Anyways, so
we got 4 months.
Speaking of all this, race.
There's only 4 years left.
There's only 5 years left. And then we're going to the future. That was my shit, though.
Yo,
that was my shit. So moving on to some heavier topics, man.
Great.
Last week, there was another shooting of a black man.
Unarmed.
Allegedly, they say that he was unarmed. Some do say he was armed. But Jacob Blck was of Kenosha, Wisconsin, was shot 7 times in his back while going to his car. Altercation, whatever you want to call it, whatever it was, what the police were trying to do, whatever, was shot in his back 7 times. There is reports that they said that they found a knife on the floorboard of the driver's side. Some reports say that he did have a knife, but he was walking away from whatever they was trying to do, got into his car, showed no threat, shot him 7 times in the back. Riots are breaking out in Wisconsin, all kinds of crazy shit going on. On top of that, 17-year-old kid, one of the protesters, whatever you want to call him, shot and killed 2 people, injuring 1. This kid was 17 years old from Illinois. I'm not sure which part. His mom drove him from Illinois to Wisconsin to take part in the protest. I don't know if it was take part in the protest. He said he was protecting businesses. I don't know if he knew those businesses, whatever. But in the midst of that, he ended up shooting 2 people and killing 2 people and ended up shooting 1. Thoughts? Any thoughts on that? Let's start with the shooting. Has anybody seen the video?
I saw the video.
Saw the video.
It was very disheartening.
It's crazy when I first saw it.
I'm gonna say sorry. You said that the reports say he may have had a knife in his car. I'm still sticking with an unarmed black man because I am an unarmed black woman and I have some mace in my car and a knife for my protection. So you may find it after you shoot me in the back 7 times.
So my whole thing is
I was planning on using that against.
My whole thing is he should have got to the car. He's walking in the front.
He was a threat. Absolutely.
In the front of the car, he's walking away, not listening to them.
Yeah.
Tackle him, arrest him.
Yeah.
Absolutely, sir.
Exactly.
If you would have tackled him and arrested him, that made sense at that point.
Exactly.
Hey, stop walking, sir. Hey, sir, stop walking. Grab this motherfucker, arrest him. Exactly. Why was he allowed to get to? Because the reason why I say that, because once you get to the car and you start reaching in the car,
they have every reason to say you had whatever you have in your car.
No, not even say. They don't know what you're reaching in there to get. If I'm sorry, if I'm a police officer and you're reaching into your car and I'm yelling, stop doing that, I'm thinking you're getting something to shoot me. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna shoot. So at that point, them shooting them kind of makes sense. But why was he able? Why are they walking him to the car? All right. Like so even watch the video, they walk him to the car. Okay. So and then just start shooting him.
So there's 2 videos. There's 2 videos that show that there was an altercation, that the cops were trying to subdue him. He got into an altercation, ended up getting the cops off him, and started walking to his car. Now, also, some reports say he did have a knife. Whatever they said, they recovered a knife, driver's side. floorboard. And
Even if
like
he has
that.
a knife, he's no
My
threat
thing
to
is
men
like
with
this.
guns.
My thing is like this.
Exactly.
My thing is like this. Two things. From I look at that video, two things come into mind. Either he was walking away to put the knife away because he had a knife. He was like, hold on, let me put this away. Or he was basically like, yo, I'm just fucking leaving. Because the reports say that he was driving, he saw two people fighting that he knew, he stopped. He had his kids in the car also, by the way, that he stopped. He got out the car and broke up the fight. Whatever, broke up the fight. After he broke up the fight, cops were called. The cops immediately went to him. As the whatever,
and then the video is us seeing him saying, "Man, fuck y'all, I'm out of here."
Yeah,
basically,
I
right.
Shit to do
And
with
my
this,
thing is,
like,
people, a lot of people say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yo, stop resisting. I understand where that. I'm saying a lot of that shit could get confused and everything like that. Cops roll up on you, right? Talking about, hey, your ID, everything like that. I'm saying, whatever. You give them the ID and everything like that. They grab you by the fucking hand or something like that. Get out on the ground. Your first thing is, why the fuck you putting me on the ground for? Mm-hmm. And they're not trying to hear that. So one cop got you like this, one cop got you like that. They're trying to get you on the ground. Before you get on the ground, you're like, hold on, but what are you getting me on the ground for? Like, hold sir, going up. Hold on. Yo, listen to me. Wait a second. And niggas is putting you on the ground. So after 30 seconds of that, you're resisting. That's what they quote unquote think. Yeah. That you're resisting. So on top of that, I can understand why I'm not gonna fucking comply. Cause one, you're putting me to the ground for no reason. What are you putting me to the ground for? Give me an explanation.
Are there guns on you?
Not yet. But it's to the point where I can't get this motherfucker on the ground. I pull out my gun. Now, what are you pulling your gun out for?
So a gun is on you. You're still not complying.
Maybe I can't see the gun.
Right. Well, I'm saying, if you are cognizant of a gun being trained on you and you're not complying, are you not complying at that point?
Well, I guess.
Put it like this. Put it like this. Hold on. Put it like this.
Are you not complying with a gun on you?
If I have a chance to comply, I could do that. But
there's a gun on you. Get on the floor. Are you not complying? Is what I'm asking you.
For me, if this gun, yo, clear as day, I'm getting on the floor. Because that's just me.
At that point, I'm scared. I'm doing whatever you say.
That's just me. That's just me. But at the same time, it still doesn't warrant for you to fucking pull that trigger. Here's my problem. This conversation gets fucked up because people talk about what's wrong and what is safe and try to blend those things into two things. It's not. Wrong is having to make the decision. Mm-hmm. Wrong is being the guy out there who gets singled out. All those things are wrong. What's safe is doing what the person with the gun is telling you to do. Mm-hmm. The fact that I shouldn't have to doesn't mean nothing. Right. It doesn't. Well, that's not going to stop the bullet. If a man points a gun at me and tells me to do something, I'm doing it. Doesn't matter if that man has a badge, if that man has a do-rag. If a man with a gun tells you to do something, do it.
So if a man with a gun tells you to suck his dick, are you sucking his dick?
I might take the bullet on that case. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what I'm saying to you is, if you, by saying no, you are accepting the bullet. Okay. Mm-hmm. And people keep saying, well, he shouldn't have to. I'm not saying.
So maybe your limit is sucking dick, and maybe someone else's limit is just their rights, and that's what they fight for. And some people die for that shit, and that's just what happens. And that happens for other people.
Okay, you just jumped off a cliff when you made your point.
No, but I had to make it though. Like, but like we lost Martin, we lost Malcolm, we lost people along the way based off their rights.
Some people say, you know what, I'm gonna die for my rights.
Yes, and then other people say, fuck my rights, I want to live another day. But someone else may say no because this is not okay, and my kids should be able to walk down this fucking street without being shot because they have a hoodie and some fucking Skittles in their hand.
Going on your rant right now about how bad it is to shoot people. Whenever I say this, people think that I'm saying it's okay.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I
get what you're saying, but I just want people to understand that there's two extremes.
Yes, it is wrong. It is wrong.
Your extreme is I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure I get home safe, and that's perfectly fine. And that's your perspective, and that's what a lot of dads teach their sons. Like, listen, comply and come home. I'll deal with that shit after. Do what the fuck they say and get home to me. I will deal with whatever happens to you, right or wrong, after. I just need you to come home. Right. A lot of people teach it, and that is okay. And that's unfortunate. We have to teach our kids that, but that is okay. But then there's other people who stand on right is right and wrong is wrong. So if I gotta die for this shit, I'm gonna die for this shit because right is right and wrong is wrong. So I get both perspectives of it, but understand that we can't just lead on the sense of comply. Definitely comply because I'm there because I want you back. You in particular. I want you to come home so we can figure out who did wrong to you and we can do the illegal shit on the other side. That's fine. However, you do have rights, and don't ever let Don't let yourself feel like you don't have the right to say the same thing that your best friend Timmy, who's white, can say in the car with you. Or even do, like, they're going to take Timmy home and bring him to his mother, but you're going to the police station because you're a black man. Why? I'm doing the same shit what Timmy is. I'm not doing anything wrong. But because I'm black, just because of the color of my skin, I look like I stole this car. But Timmy's okay to go home, and I'm going to take him to his parents and say, hey, he was riding with DeMario. He looked like he stole the car. We took DeMario to jail. Timmy's mom might fight with you. Are you fucking kidding me? DeMario's a good guy. That's his car. But you're in jail just because of this color of your skin. You can't you've complied, but now you have a record that you got to fight off. Now you can't get jobs you can't get. Now you're doing whatever you got to do to make money and feed your family because of that. Like, it's systematic on us in deeper ways. We can fight after, but sometimes that after fight don't get us nowhere. Oh, exactly. However, some people have to be on that line for our children. This ain't about us anymore. It's about Kylie's kids, our unborn kids that we may have, like our nieces and nephews that we Shut up, somebody. Bitch, they're not his kids. He pulled out. Sorry. But anyway, you get my point. I definitely get you because I want you to comply. I want my other uncles, cousins, little people to comply.
To sum up your 10-minute diatribe.
Literally.
To sum it up, what you're saying is, and I'm not asking this in an argumentative or smart ass way. Mm-hmm. What you're saying is some people feel it's necessary to take those L's in order to make a stand. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
And I can't argue that.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can say to that. Sure. Some people feel it's necessary to, and I'll go a step further. I feel like what you're saying is you feel it's necessary to put the message out there that if you need to die for this, then you need to die for this.
No,
because it kind of sounds like you're advocating noncompliance. And if you're advocating noncompliance, you're advocating the idea that maybe you need to die for this.
No, I'm advocating you have rights. Right. So if you feel strongly about the rights that you have, then you can speak. I'm a person who feels strongly about the rights I have, so I speak on my rights.
But you just said so you can speak on, right?
Yes.
So then you're advocating noncompliance.
No, speaking on your right is noncompliance. Exactly. Because Timmy spoke on his rights,
because it's your
and
right.
he
That's
went
not
home.
Non-compliance.
So why is that? That's not compliance. It's because of the color of my skin. I'm not going home.
If the law says I could do this, but you saying I can't do that, but this is the law, that's my right, and that's my lawful right.
But I don't have the right because I'm black.
So this is getting too complicated. What I'm saying is, are you advocating do what you got to do to come home, or are you advocating fight for your rights? That's what I'm asking you.
It depends on the person. It depends on the person.
No, I'm asking you.
So
are you advocating?
I said I'm doing both.
I'm not being argumentative. I'm asking her opinion.
Well, I said both because in my perspective, I do. Like I said, I want you specifically to come home. Any brothers I have to come home, and we deal with it after. But at the same time, I'm also saying if you feel
understand the people who
advocate
are willing
for your
to
rights,
go all out for
yes. But I understand the other side of people who don't feel comfortable advocating for their rights and feel like I'm going to comply. But me personally, I'm a person who's going to advocate. I'm also complying, but I'm advocating for my rights. So I'm doing both. That's just me. I can't speak for you. Some people only comply. Some people only advocate. I'm going to do both. I'm going to comply, but you're also going to understand. I need to understand why is my friend Timmy going home and I'm not, and why am I going to jail?
So so for you, I feel you. So for you, are you advocating, do what they tell you, or are you advocating fight for your rights?
I'm 50-50. I'm seriously 50-50, especially
because,
right now.
So that's my problem.
Especially right
if
now.
you feel like a person could die and you're not sure if they should die, then why aren't we all saying do what they tell you to do? Because I feel like they shouldn't die for that. I feel like you shouldn't die for that. I just feel like that.
It's almost
so. I'm saying do what they tell you because that's the safest.
You shouldn't die for it.
Because I don't know. I value going home more than my principles, I guess.
But some people are confrontational. Some people aren't. I'm a very confrontational person. You know that. And
so
for me,
I don't know, man. I feel like y'all gotta say, hey, listen, rock out with your cock out, or shut up and go home. I feel like y'all gotta say that because I feel like.
Well, I'm definitely saying rock out with your cock out. I'm definitely not going to tell you to shut up and go home.
Yeah.
Because you have a right, and it's not okay. I don't want my
that you
kids.
make, any
I
decision
don't want my
that you
kids
make,
to feel like,
and it's something that you could live with or something that you may die with. Yo, I have to
That's
respect
okay.
that 100% because that's your
your
choice
time
and
is
that's
your
what
time,
you
and only
feel.
God has your
But
time.
that's-
So if your
but
time
that's-
is to
but
get
that's-
shot down
but
to make
that's-
a message and bring people,
What you
everyone's
just said
death
is
is worth a
reckless.
purpose.
What you just said is reckless. You said if you feel like you need to die for that, then go die for that. That's reckless talk. You can't say that.
Because no.
You either say yes, I'm gonna do it with you, or you gotta say no, don't do that, bro.
No,
no,
because
you're
you gotta
right.
say
With
one
you.
of those.
Demario, will you
I
die
can't
for
tell
your
you what
mother?
your morals are. I can't tell you what your
That's
standards
not
should
my
be.
point.
Well,
That's
there's
my
things
point.
that
But
people
I'm saying
die
I
for.
can't tell you
That's
what your
you're
standards
telling
are.
me.
No,
By
no.
telling me you should do this. You're
I'm not
telling me.
saying that. I'm saying for me, I'm 50-50, but at the same time, I'm not mad at any decision that you make because I can't tell you what you should stand for and what you should be moral about. I can't tell you that. So whatever's good and sufficient for you is sufficient for you. That's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, you either gonna live or die with that. But at the same time, whatever decision that you make, I will not be mad at that because that's the choice that you're saying. That's
And
the
I
choice
feel
you
like
stood
in this,
with.
and I feel like in certain topics, that opinion is reckless. I feel like you got to tell someone to be safe or not be safe. I feel like you got to choose.
because everything that you
I
do,
feel like it's reckless to say that.
But why
I feel
do we have to
I feel
choose?
everything that you do. I'm saying I feel everything that you do.
So why
I feel
should
everything
we
that
have
you
to
do
choose?
has to have a purpose. Either your purpose is to go home, or your purpose is like, yo, maybe I'm not saying you're thinking this far ahead, but maybe it's just like, yo, if I stand up for this,
Like, what do you? Yeah, don't you
something will
teach?
change.
Aren't you a man? Aren't you supposed to teach people to stand for something?
Any big change that happened always came with sacrifice. Not saying that you
Listen.
got to be a martyr for the shit. I'm saying for the cause, but sometimes you don't have that choice.
If
But
you're-
what you stand for and what you stand for morally, it will decide that.
Let me say this: if your message is for them to shut up and go home, then what are they doing once they shut up and go home? So you stand
Breathing.
for something, but you're standing for
Breathing.
breath.
You're
But
breathing.
no, that's already that's a problem with your mental.
So-
that's your
No,
systematic.
no, stop
That's your
that, no, stop
systematic
that, no, stop
approach
that.
to your
So-
mental.
because basically-
because
because
you feel
basically
like
how-
I need
there's
to
nothing wrong with me
live.
because I don't want to die.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Me
something-
wanting to live,
No.
I'm fucked up.
No, there's something wrong with your idea of I must comply to live.
Nope.
In the Bible,
It's
in
like this.
anything, it does
That's
not say
no,
that.
my
to
nigga, I'm
comply
saying-
to
He's
live.
not saying that.
I'm not saying
He's
that.
not saying that.
I'm not saying you
I'm
must
just
comply to
saying.
live.
saying.
I'm saying if a person puts a gun to your head,
Yeah.
the safest thing to do
It's
do
to
what they
live,
tell you.
yes, and to get home,
That's
absolutely.
all I'm saying.
But then I said, my
That's
message to
all
you
I'm
after
saying.
is, what are you doing after? My message is not, okay, if someone has a gun to my head and is robbing me for shit or doing so, or about to rape me, I'm
when
going
you said,
to.
what are you doing after, as in, what are you doing
What
to...
is, you're saying I'm breathing. Okay, so I'm just going to go home and breathe? Like,
no,
what is your
no,
purpose
that's
after?
not... All right, so I misunderstood your question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I misunderstood
Because I
your
knew what
question.
she was talking about. She
I
was basically talking
misunderstood your
about after
question.
you live and everything like that. What
Yeah,
are you
like,
gonna do
like I
after?
said, I want
Are
you
you
to
gonna
go
do something
home.
to fix
So
that?
what's next?
Yo, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm doing whatever
Okay.
I can.
Yeah.
I want and I'm not a fight the power type person at all. But a cop pulls his gun on me, I'm getting his badge. I swear I am.
It affects you now.
I
It
swear
affects
I
you
am.
in something.
I'm getting
Yeah.
his badge.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck he says with the guns on me. I'm sorry, but later on, I'm going for his heart.
So you have a mindset when a cop pulls a gun on you. So as a woman, if a man pulls a gun on me to rape me, do I just sit here and allow him to rape me, or do I fight off because this is wrong? You're not supposed to be raping me. You're not supposed to be taking my
Are
body.
you comparing that to the cop thing?
No,
No,
but she's
I'm comparing it to the
a
sense
right,
of a gun to your
having
head.
A right, to having a right
And
Yeah.
complying
basically
to
standing
go
for
home.
something. Yeah.
Like,
or
so do I
complying to
tell
go
my
home.
daughter, hey, if someone ever tries to rape you, just let him take your body and then come home to me. I can't see myself telling my kid that. I see myself telling my child, fight as much as you can. And if my child
but
happens
it's
to
different,
die
though.
because of
It's
that, it's because she fought for her life.
It's different.
So if my kid happens to die in the hands of a
different.
cop,
It's the
she
same.
fought
It's
for
just
her
in different
life.
perspective. She's
She
just putting it
fought
from
for
a
her
different
life.
perspective.
I
She's
feel
putting it
like
from a perspective.
Philandro Castro fought for his life.
So
Like, these people-
you're okay with that then?
You fought for your life.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes, sir.
sad
Yes, sir.
Because I feel more bad for that person who killed you. It wasn't my son's fault. It wasn't my daughter's fault. It wasn't my child's fault. It was that person and whatever that person had in you. Because all cops are not bad. All cops are not going to kill you. Some cops are scared and they're going to put your gun on you. And some cops are going to fucking kill you. And some cops are fucking bad. So you have to look at it in our perspective. So I have to think, it's like driving. When you teach your kids to drive, you're not only driving for yourself, you're driving for the other drivers around you. Because they may be drunk and they may be this and that. When you're doing whatever you're doing, you're not only doing it for yourself, but you have to think about, did this cop have a bad day? Is this cop racist? Is this cop going to kill me? Or is this cop just scared of me because I'm black? All of these things have to go through our mindsets and no one else's mindset. But I'm going to tell my kid to do whatever you feel is the best decision at that moment. If you feel your rights are being violated, if you feel like, let me get home, let me tell my mom, and we can fight the power after, then do that. I want my kids to come home, but I'm not going to tell my child when she's being raped to lay there, let him rape you, get the best description of you can, and then come home and tell me. They may never find this fucking person. Yeah. She might have to fight her to her death so we can find him because he killed her, not because he raped her. Because rape victims walking around every day with their people who have raped them just walking the streets as well. But if you killed that bitch, most likely we're looking for you. And I'm sorry to put it in that deep of a perspective because it's very hard to talk about, but it's just like, what do you do? Just because my skin color is a certain color, I have to do all of this? We don't have children, so it may be easier for us to talk about it, but people who do have kids, it's a whole different perspective. Like, what do you tell these kids? What did they tell us? We did the best we could. We're still alive. We've all encountered police brutality and police injustice and all types of shit just because of the color of our skin. But we did what we could to stay alive. Some people may have spoke, some people may not have. We may have records because of it. And then that even oppresses us even more. So now I have a record. If I don't feel like I'm going to continue my education, I'm going to continue to fight, like we said about Jordan Lucas. If you have that will to keep pushing and that drive, you may just fall victim to whatever situation you're in. Well, they already locked me up and I can't get a job at McDonald's, so shit, I'm about to sell drugs. And then now I'm a career criminal. Now I'm a career drug dealer. Because this is just what I've had based off a wrongful arrest, based off some wrongful shit that happened to me when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, that fucked me up forever to ever have a career, to think about college, to think about life outside of this.
The fact that you keep bringing up how wrong that shit is in an argument with me kind of makes it seem like I'm against the idea that it's wrong.
You're not. We're not
because
saying
so then why are we speaking about that?
I just want all thoughts to be, no, not even you per se.
The fact of it being wrong shouldn't be brought up because we're in agreement that it's wrong. Mm-hmm. If we're talking about a disagreement, let's talk about a disagreement. So the fact that my skin color makes me susceptible to certain things is wrong. I said nothing to the contrary of that. I just feel like we have a fundamental philosophical difference. Whereas I would rather my children come home than fight for their rights. I would much rather that.
I think that we all teach our children to come home, but we all also teach our children we have rights. So in that moment, we teach our children to hopefully make the best decision. Mm-hmm. But please come home because, we can fix this shit and we can figure it out after.
That's what I'm saying. But you're straddling the fence. You're straddling the fence.
No, as you're raising your child, do you teach your sons that they have rights?
Exactly.
But you also teach them, keep your hands on the wheel. Exactly. When they say, hey, I'm going to get my license.
What I'm saying to you, are you telling your kids to come home, or are you telling them to fight for your rights?
No, come home. But we're teaching them they have rights.
Both of you are kind of straddling the fence on that.
No, I'm teaching my kids that they do have rights. I'm raising them to know that.
What are you telling them is more important, coming home or fighting for your rights? Which one are you telling them?
I'm telling like this. I'm telling my kid like this.
Because all I'm saying
it's not black and white. It's gray areas.
Either one. It's dangerous.
No, but it's a gray area. Because simple fact is, maybe they do comply and they still get shot.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's just inedible.
So then, what are you telling them?
I'm basically telling them like,
what I'm saying.
I want you to come. What I'm gonna tell my kids, I want you to come home. But any decision that you make, I'm gonna fucking support you.
Absolutely.
Any decision that you make, I'm going to support you. That's my motherfucking job to do that. But at the end of the day, I have to make sure that what I instilled with you and everything like that, and based off of that, based off of your judgment, it was good advice that I instilled in them to make that sound decision. That's what I'm saying. And if you made that decision, whatever it is, I have to support you, and I will support you in any way possible, shape, or form. That's what I'm telling my kids.
What do you do when you tell them to keep their hands up and they still shoot? Put your hands down and they still shoot. When they tell you to walk and they still shoot. When you run and they still shoot. When you hide and they shoot. When you're sleeping in your bed, they shoot. When you're comfy in your house and they come in and shoot. What do you tell your kids? Like, there are rights that you have.
Whatever is the safest thing.
You're in your house. Breonna Taylor's in her bed sleeping.
Right, so then what's safer? What's the safer thing than that?
You're in your bed sleep. What do you do?
So what's the safer thing than that?
They still arrested her boyfriend off of shooting that.
You're not understanding my point. My point is I'm not saying what to do. I'm saying do whatever it is that doesn't make you die. Is what I'm saying.
And you do that and you still die. So when you're sitting, Oscar Grant, when you're sitting there next to him and you're holding your son's hand and you're like, son, you did everything and these niggas still fucking killed you. So how do you explain? Like, what is your mindset? Do you feel like you failed as a parent?
I'm asking you, what Should we tell
You
these people
fight
to
for
do?
your freaking rights. Somebody has to stand up for
basically-
something.
So that's what I'm
my
asking.
kid does not fall for it.
And again, I'm not being argumentative. I'm asking you to answer a question.
Yeah, you
guys
fight
answer
for
it.
your
guess-
rights.
So you
Like,
fight for your rights.
I guess the only way we
and
could do is
you
fight for our
comply
rights.
as well as you stand up for your rights. Because when you press somebody on when they're wrong, you just sit here and comply. Put your hands up. Put your hands down. Do this. And they shoot you. But if you're like, put your hands up. Well, sir, officer, why are you? When you press somebody when they're wrong on their job, they typically fall back or they get scared and kill you. Either way, this person is who that person is. You were going to die that way either way, whether you did what they said or whether you didn't. Because that person is who they are, or that person is fearful, or that person is here to kill you. Whatever that person is, that's who that is.
Right.
Your kid is not going to matter if he
right.
puts his hands up.
Sure.
My dad told me to do everything, and,
like-
you're still shooting me.
and-
Trayvon Martin.
So
why are you following me? I'm going home.
So
Like, I'm still here.
So I was just trying to get down to the fundamental argument that I think we're not going to agree on. I agree the safest thing to do is what you're told.
Okay.
Right.
That's it. That's all we're talking about. That's it. And you could disagree with that, sure.
Yeah.
I
whatever.
agree to do what you're told. You also have rights.
All
gonna
I'm saying is
digress.
I feel the safest thing to do is what you're told. And if that still gets you killed, then I don't know what else to tell you. I have no idea what else to say. If that's like, hey, when you drive that car, don't drive drunk. But I can still, someone else can be drunk.
Of course.
Oh, well, when you drive the car, wear a seatbelt. Oh, well, the seatbelt could be broken. Well, I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
Good luck. You're in the car.
It's basically you gotta read the room, understand what the fuck is going on, be aware of the shit. I mean, there's no one way how to fight certain shit. You just have to fight it the best way you can, and I mean, just be effective how you do it.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So switching gears, Miss Payne took a break. She had to go take a number one break, but that's all right though. We're
Yeah,
gonna
I
keep
got
it
to
rolling.
go do that too.
You gotta go that too. So how do you feel about? Oh, you want to take a pause break again?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's take a pause. But yeah, man. So
right.
you know that was kind of heavy
A little deep.
and everything.
Yeah, and motherfuckers want to cover my neck.
It wasn't
Nah,
coming
you
at
coming
your neck.
man.
It was a really good
I'm a
discussion.
coward. I'm a coward. I don't
You're
stand
not
for
a
nothing.
coward. You stand for
didn't say
something,
that.
I
but
don't stand for
we just
nothing.
want people to know that everyone has. I feel like everyone has a part in this whole movement.
Don't
Like,
don't get killed.
and that's fine. That's the Mario's
Yo,
part.
and that's-
and there's
yo,
other people
and-
who are on the front line
and that's
that's
cool.
taking an L. And
Don't get killed.
Man,
All
that's
right.
cool. I
Anybody
mean-
out there, don't
I mean,
get
there's
killed.
no
That's
one
that's
way-
my message.
There's no
Okay.
one way how to fight this.
My
man.
message is don't get killed.
You just got to make
Okay.
sure whatever method that you choose is effective. That's it.
facts.
That's it.
Sure. Don't get
So
killed.
on that note, we're gonna wrap this shit up. You know, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and everything like that. I want to thank.
Is it gonna be weird that we keep looking at that? Are people
no.
gonna be like, why do they keep looking that
Nah,
direction?
'cause we in the camera. We looking at the camera.
The camera's
Yeah,
over
but
there.
the camera's there,
But we looking over
but we're
Man,
looking
listen,
here.
it don't
Well,
matter.
we can see ourselves.
They ain't gotta
a
know
little
that.
to the left.
They ain't gotta know that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, that's what it is.
Which camera? Which camera?
Oh,
Camera
upon
number
me?
one?
Camera upon me? Camera upon me? Yo, I was gonna do that too. I was gonna do that. Get like 2 different iPhones, so
Have it set up.
close up.
Oh, we gotta
Yep.
do that next time.
I was gonna try to do that, but yeah, man, you know, still working on things.
Yeah, we definitely got to do the 2 camera. We did that one time though, but we didn't record it.
Yeah, we didn't record it. Yeah, we was trying to try it out. That same app.
Anyway, it's D-Mobile across the global.
Anyway, I'm KI double.
KI double.
KI.
I
double.
go by the name of Cobra Karate. Finished the Brown. Definitely got down.
Yes, we definitely got down today.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Yes, we did.
all that.
Motherfucker, and it's the Barely Watching Podcast.
And we won't have to cry no more. And we won't